not. So you have a Peter Obi, then you have a coalition, then you have another person, and then the opposition split is both 3 or 4 ways, which is a very feasible scenario, unfortunately.
Let's talk about INEC for a moment.
I think it's fair to say that INEC definitely has a big credibility question hanging over it. And I think this has always been true, but this is especially true going into 2027, especially given that the person who was the INEC chairman in the 2023 election cycle is still the chairman. So nothing functionally has changed materially. So that question mark definitely does hang over them. I think the bigger question mark than just the leadership of the INEC or its ability to conduct free and fair elections is also the political will of the current administration to even hypothetically create a situation for INEC to even have that possibility of carrying out a free and fair election. I think it's fair to say that based on the antecedents of the elements who are currently in power, I think that would be a very, very optimistic notion that they would knowingly and willingly create the conditions for them to potentially lose power. I don't think that's how these people operate. So INEC generally does have a whole number of questions hanging over it. And I think for these questions to be even remotely addressed or dispelled, maybe we're not going to be fortunate enough to see a revision of the Electoral Act like we did in run up to 2023. Maybe nothing significant is going to happen, but at the very least, there should be some sign.
Real quickly, I'll come to you, Kachiku here, and good to see you again. Is that Tinubu's hands in any of this? Because you said you were going to support Tinubu at some point after the election. So is this about Tinubu? That's the question I want to ask you. And I've been hearing your conversation since yesterday. What do you really want? Do you want to coalesce at some point, or you want to go to court and fight for the interest of your party? Because you actually do have a point, because I researched it. In December of 2022-2023, there's actually a court case that a judgment ruled in favor of removing the Nwosu, led leadership of the ADC. So you have a strong point there. And in fact, there was a caretaker arrangement that was put in. So are you going to go to court and say you own the party? Or if this coalition has come to you and said, maybe what do you want? And you can talk to them and you can be co-opted into this. Or you want to go to court and make trouble. What do you want to do, really, as regards this? That's my question for you. After you finish, I will come back and ask Mr. Bolaji Abdullahi his own question. So answer yours first, because we're having some back and forth on the line.
Okay, Rufai, I can't remember when you and I had a conversation where I said to you that I wanted to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The position I've always made public to everyone is that at every given point, we have one president, we have one nation, and patriotism demands that we do everything to strengthen democratic structures and support our country so our country does not fail. So that's where the issue of any issue of supporting the government of the day or supporting our country to work. But I cannot remember ever saying I was supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I am in the opposition. I believe that the job of opposition is to not only oppose, but to propose. So in ADC, our brand of opposition is entirely different. Now, as to what I want, it's very, very simple. Like you said, you acknowledge that Nwosu's tenure lapsed on the 21st of August in 2022. So on what basis are we having conversations with Nwosu? Secondly, if there is a coalition, as far as I'm concerned, cannot be a coalition of strange bedfellows. What's the ideology of the coalition? Hatred for Bola Ahmed Tinubu? I can't be part of a coalition that has no ideology beyond hating Bola Ahmed Tinubu or just trying to procure power. That's not my idea of politics. That's not why I'm in politics. As far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian people are my number one constituency. Is solving the problem of Nigeria and Nigerians. We have 80% of our population that are poor people, and the people yesterday who unveiled themselves are the reason why we are where we are today. And it beggars belief to hear Bolaji say here today that they created the problem, they politicians, and they should be left to solve the problem. Do you know what we have suffered as a people because of the problems people are creating?
at least it's becoming clearer to you all now that this guy is going to be a plant that we try to obstruct this ADC movement from now till 2027. It's already obvious by his statements. You know, he just said that he's not going to hate Tinubu. Nobody is hating Tinubu. And at the same time, he's not going to speak against Tinubu, but he said he's fighting for the people. Tell me, how can anybody right now, with the excruciating situation of the country, speak in favor of the people without not speaking against the satanic set of people that call themselves leaders, you know, in our country? So this guy, I tell you now this afternoon, I say this guy is going to be someone similar to Abure, Apapa, and many, many others in Labour Party. Yeah, and he has started now. So pay attention to him. Pay attention to this guy. I appreciate you all. I'll come back to everyone.
That you just so glibly say that, oh, you will solve the problems you created. The number of people who have died because of our poor healthcare infrastructure, because of our bad roads.
Okay, maybe I heard your tea trace yesterday. You're saying the same thing. I'm asking you today, what do you want? Do you want to cause trouble? You say you can't be in coalition. What do you want?
I just answered your question.
What do you want?
Rufai, please. I don't understand what you mean. You heard my theatrics yesterday. That's a demeaning statement.
No,
what do you mean by
theatrics about the will of the
that
people?
I came here this morning?
No, I heard your theatrics yesterday about the will of the people.
Can you withdraw Rufai, withdraw that language? That language is insulting.
No, I
don't tell me I'm here for theatrics. Do you know what that means?
Which is your proposition to the people and all of that.
I'm telling you, withdraw that language, Rufai.
With due respect,
Rufai, withdraw that language. I won't
withdrawing.
accept using that language. I'm not here for theatrics, Rufai.
Okay. No,
Rufai,
I said
I am not
theatrics.
you. I don't come in front of TV to postulate.
Do maybe. I said theatrics, all right? Go ahead. I'm not saying theatrics. Maybe you didn't hear me properly. I said theatrics. Your proposition to the people. Go ahead, state what you want now. Do you want to cause problem with the ADC, or you want to stand instead for the Nigerian people? What do you want? I've just asked you a basic question. If you can't answer it, let me come to Mr. Bolaji. If you can answer what you want.
For ADC, what we are saying is that Nigeria is on the brink of collapse, and that these politicians.
Mumu Ozuo. If Nigeria is on the brink of collapse, who do you blame? You see, people who complain over what is affecting us in our country and they are scared to mention names, don't trust people like this. You see, we never even start to, we don't get another replicate of satanic Apapa, replicate of satanic Abure. They're already here. Nigeria is on the brink of collapse. Who do you blame? Are you going to blame the people or the satanic leaders that are recycling themselves? This guy is already in defensive of Tinubu and is here to create chaos, to create confusion, destabilization on this ADC. And they need to know how to handle him. Not the way that they handle them, Abure, Apapa, Azirikoro. They need to know how to handle this man.
Have brought us to this point. And that if we have to do anything about Nigeria, about a new Nigeria, we need new faces. We need fresh ideas. We need fresh ideals. The people who burnt our house cannot say they are the fire brigade who put out the fire. Absolutely not. This is the same song they sang when President Buhari came in. And what happened? Our country went to the dogs. And they are coming with the same playbook again. Before under President Jonathan, we saw sponsored terrorism, kidnappings, bombings everywhere. And the same thing is happening anymore again. So
as you all can see that this satanic, idiotic element cannot speak on the current government. You can see how he's blowing in the cycle. He went to talk about Jonathan tele. He went to talk about Buhari tele. And he could not talk about the present satanic Tinubu's APC government. He's blowing around the corner. That is enough for you all to know that this is another plot to destabilize this movement, to destruct and to confuse the gullible Nigerians. You shouldn't allow this to happen.
The government of the day looks bad, and then you just alter the dynamics of the political equation.
Okay, so what you're saying is you
cannot
work with these people.
And we are...
You are against them. You are against them.
I cannot work with these people.
Very good. Okay, I've gotten the point. Thank you.
I am absolutely against them.
Okay, are you going to go to court, real quickly? Are you going to go to court against them to be able to assert your authority in the ADC? Are you going to go to court against them?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, you go to court against them, so you will make trouble in court with them. So, Mr. Bola.
Do you know my pain about this babu or anyhow I want to call now? You know my pain. This one a person we will know you know before. Unfortunately, now the guy will start to be trained. Now my pain, you'll be that. I don't have another pain. Unfortunately, now this year man now will now start to be trending. His picture will be everywhere. The same way satanic apartheid trend. Before Peter Obi moved to Labour Party, you and I don't know who be a papa. Before Peter Obi moved to Labour Party, you and I don't know who be a Abure. Wait till I call the other one, the other satanic one, because there be three, three devils in crime. Wait till I call the other one, where they follow, that they go. Make somebody write up a comment section. We don't know them. Unfortunately, now, as we speak now, this year one with this screen, so I never see no name. But between now to the next 1 week now, continuously to the 2027, we go soon know a name. His name go be trending everywhere. That's my pain. We they get people like this. I felt tell you now, you say, because I'm not going a pastor, sometimes some of you don't take my words. I tell you now, say this guy go rant, they go call and give 100 million. They'll say, oh, yeah, go press more button. Thank you very much, Fat FX. Arambabi. Satanic Arambabi, satanic Abure, satanic what do I call the other one? That idiom. Now, this particular one now, they say they'll say now say his strength not go reach. They'll come add another 1 or 2 join them. Just look out for what I'm telling you right now. The guy has already started. Let's move on.
Malam Bolaji, you've heard. He's going to take you guys to court. He's going to go against you. What's going to be your response to that, number one? Number two, the argument a lot of people make about you people in the fold is that they say, oh, it's the same people again. You have served in the PDP. You have been in the APC. Now you are in the ADC. You've pretty much gone through everywhere. You served in many capacities. I want to ask you this briefly. Are you a placeholder for Mr. Saraki in all of this? In the ADC?
That question came sooner than I expected. Well, let me say, I will plead. I want you to plead. I want to plead with my brother. I mean, when you shout like that, it affects my ears. So please, let's cool it a little bit. Well, I mean, he said he's gonna go to court. We expected all this. We said it's consistent. It's the same thing that happened to Labour. It's the same thing that happened to NNDP. It's the same thing that happened to PDP. It's the same thing that happened to all parties that appear like opposition. We can see the handwriting clearly. So, and that's why I want to caution my brother Dumebi. You are beginning to sound like APC spokesperson. I mean, we said we have found ourselves in a situation where opposition has been emasculated or even decimated completely. And we face a dangerous situation where there will be no opposition in this country, regardless, with due respect to all other issues you raise. So what should we do? We roll over and die? Or we arrive at 2027 and only President Bola Tinubu is fit to contest election? So that's why some of us are saying, no. Regardless of the whatever risk it entails, we have to come together and save this democracy. Because in the end, when you have one man standing there, you don't have a democracy. So that's all we are saying. Be that as it may. The second question about, it's the same people and all that. Because, you see, regardless of how many times we fail, I'm 56. I've not lost my idealism. I still believe in dreams. I don't want to stop dreaming. I still believe in the possibility of this country. And I believe that we will get to a point where we'll get this democracy right. Look at the political parties. Which one can you really call political parties in the real sense? Our political parties today are actually worse than the ones in the Second Republic or even the First Republic. You knew what UPN stood for. You knew what MPN stood for. You know what MPP stood for. PRP, you know what they stood for. But look at what we have today, mere vehicles for contesting elections. And yes, we have been part of it. But should we stop trying? We can't stop trying. I mean, if you look at it, you say, okay, to build a nation, that's what our national anthem said. It's an infinitive clause. You keep trying. And 1,000 years from now, children of Nigerians will be saying to build a nation. To build a nation. It means that the job of nation building is never finished. This is another attempt. Let us keep trying. Hopefully we'll get it right. But what we are saying is that we need to build a political parties in the real sense. A political party that will be able to discipline its members, a political party that will be where members will be supreme, and those are the principles, the foundational principles for what we are doing in ADC. Okay. I believe it's possible. The day I find that it's a different game, yeah. So that be that at me. Then the last question you asked, no, I'm not asking. I'm not acting as a placeholder for anybody. Dr. Saraki has been my boss for a very long time. He's in PDP, I'm in ADC. So that's it.
To their headline where they said northern PDP members joined coalition, and the pictures they themselves used showed a broad spectrum of politicians from across Nigeria, not northern Nigeria. So today, if they are saying aggrieved, are Nigerians not aggrieved enough? Are Nigerians not angry? Are Nigerians happy with the way the government is running the affairs of Nigeria? So to say aggrieved politicians, it means that Nigerians are very happy. And that is not the Guardian. The Guardian normally does not behave in that manner. So I'm shocked that they will say aggrieved politicians. Will you call Baba Yegun, the former governor of Edo State, the former chairman of APC at his age, will you call him aggrieved? We worked actively together while we were in exile, during the Nadeco days. Would you call him aggrieved?
Well, no. These are Francis members. Some of them are members of the, you just referred to Chairman Oyegun now, who was the first chairman of the All Progressives Congress. And some people will say, such a founding member to now be in a coalition against his own party clearly shows that he's aggrieved.
No, it tells you that it's responding to the mood of his people. If his people are aggrieved, then he will represent them in that coalition. People are aggrieved. People are suffering. And this government is behaving as if every day is Christmas. Aggrieved for what? What else does Baba want at his age? But if his people are angry and they believe that this party will lead Nigeria to disaster, then every right-thinking Nigerian, every patriotic Nigerian must join forces to stop them. We're drifting towards a one-party state. They are blocking every party. So there will be no formidable candidate to contest against Tinubu in 2027.
So what is that?
He paid an hotel in Abuja for yesterday. They refunded their money. Everybody is living in fear. Is that not enough to worry all of us, including journalists? So everybody is just picking, cherry picking. No. Nigeria is for all of us to rescue. For God's sake.
So let me get this clearly.
I know you might not be able to answer, but is this the Nigeria of your dream? Are you better today than you were two years ago when this party took power?
This party took power. No. This party took power in 2015, sir. And in 2015...
No, I'm talking about the Tinubu government, the Tinubu administration.
So
at least when Buhari left, we saw what he left, no matter how bad it was. But it is much worse today. That's all.
Okay. Let me ask you this about the PDP, because there had been concerns about the PDP's future as to whether or not it was going to be the platform for a viable opposition, so to speak. Clearly, that is not working out. And last we checked, I think you were, I don't know, did you join the PDP? Because I know you spoke. Yes, you did. Because you've been a member of the PDP. You actually ran as a member, as a presidential,
as an aspirant.
Yes, as an aspirant on the platform of the PDP. So I shouldn't have asked that question. But nonetheless, people are asking, are you resigning your membership of the PDP to be a part of this coalition since a party has now been adopted?
Without any doubt. People are leaving the carcass of PDP to Wike and his cronies. That's all. It was a prophecy foretold. Look, the ruling party does not want competition in 2027. So what they are doing now is to send their moles into every major formidable political party. You can see that even Peter Obi does not. Everybody keeps talking about PDP. Nobody is talking about Labour. Is Peter Obi in control of Labour today? The answer is no. Even Kwakwaso, that they are trying to woo into APC, is in control of NNPP today? The answer is no, because the ruling party has already infiltrated all these parties to ensure that there will be no competition for Tinubu in 2027. And that is why what happened yesterday was audacious enough. I've never seen that kind of coalition. Even when we were doing coalition for Buhari in 2014, 2015, it was not this powerful and impactful. What I saw yesterday rekindled my hope in Nigeria, that Nigerians will not sit down, arms akimbo, and allow one man to hijack an entire country. That was the message. It's not about power, it's not about anything, it's just about the right of Nigerians to be able to associate responsibly. It's nothing personal against Tinubu. Yesterday, for me, the hero was the founding chairman of APC being present and being very active in a new coalition to unseat his own party. He told me that there are true patriots in our country. It's not about friendship. It's easier for all of us to join APC and sit down there and watch Nigeria drift into petition. But we said, no, this is not about food. This is not about ethnicity. This is not about religion. This is not about friendship.
Well,
it's about patriotism.
Chief, I certainly know that we will take you up again on developments within the coalition and how it intends to spread its base across the country. But this is just an initial reaction from you. We had invited someone else, but he didn't show up on.
The sad part of everything is that the journalists, the mainstream medias in Nigeria are now stylishly speaking in favor of the government. In every government, though, not just Tinubu government. This is what many of them, 99.9% of them are doing. The only person I can say that is not part of this satanism is only Rufai. Every other, look at this woman now, calling the Dele Momodu, the Peter Obi, all of them, calling everybody aggrieved. Aggrieved. He described them with the word unquote aggrieved. Ask me, could I help me ask that woman if she herself is not aggrieved with the current economic hardship of the country. They will pretend like the situation of the country is not affecting them. It's none of their business. Using the word to the thank God say Dele Momodu to give her woto. Say aggrieved. Apart from out of fear, according to fear or arrest, no, you still need to speak truth to power or resign. Stay home. You guys stay home. I'd like us to move on. I appreciate all. Mother of all, mommy, that's for a good evening to you, mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do. I appreciate you always for all you do for us here, not just your son. I appreciate you, Abu Azin. God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you for all that you do. God bless you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Today is Thursday, 3rd July, 2025. I can say Mr. Paul, Tony, Africa, Kiss Noguera, he, God bless you all. Grace Homes and Properties. It's been a while. Good to have you back. Christian CXL, thank you. Mr. Johnson, Emmanuel, Debsy, thank you. Bexmark, thank you. Ekato, I can see right there from Facebook. Thank you very much, my people. God bless you all. Then we have Adelaja Gobi on the building. Thank you very much. I got to meet you. Black Panther, my brother. CEO in the building. Selling girl met there. Thank you very much, sir, for your super chat already. I'm very, very grateful. Dixon in Diagonal and many others right there already. Kenny Hondon, thank you so much for the super chat as well earlier on. God bless you. I'm very, very grateful. Then we have more people. I wish I can mention all the names. I would have just do that. Madam Pachata, Mujime, I can see you on the building. Thank you very much. Good evening to you, ma. Thank you, Mr. Johnson, ma. Mr. Joseph Oji. Thank you, sir. God bless you. Good evening to you. Thank you, Mike Akyambari, and many others. I would just like us to move on right now. Arinze Chukuma just coming in. Thanks for joining us. Please press on the like, help us to share, and also press on the dollar sign to take our voices far. Let's watch this.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
They are calling you enemy of progress because this platform they raised, they said, is a new platform to rescue Nigeria. And you're suddenly coming up to attacking it. Are you an enemy of Nigeria as they proclaim you to be today?
Sean, they are enemies of Nigeria. They are enemies of progress. Nigerians can no longer be fooled. Nigerians from all walks of life will watch the videos. I just saw the clip today. And in that hall, what you saw were former this, former that, former this, former that, former this, a former vice president, former governors, former ministers, all former this, former that, and all taking Nigeria to former glory. They never take Nigeria forward. The same.
They could not forget, say, I talked about this particular one yesterday evening as well. They could write their face for down. None of the bullet point time, all the witches and wizards, we want to stand on the way. Now there be this. Because if they cannot speak against Tinubu, for example, you are speaking against these people and you are lambasting Tinubu's government as well, that is fair. I'm not against anybody or speaking against anyone that don't speak against this ADC or whatever. But when you are focusing in lambasting anybody that came into the ADC and continue to stylishly romance Tinubu's government, then there's a problem somewhere. Let's listen to this.
People who have ruled Nigeria for the last 4 decades, where are we as a country? A nation where 80% of our population are poor. The same people who burnt our country, brought our country to its knees, are the same people who claim their fire brigade trying to put out the fire. Shame, the population of Nigeria, 70% of our population are youths. Where are the youths in that gathering you saw? A bunch of geriatrics. 70% of them are above 75 years old. And you think that these people are trying to rescue Nigeria? Shame, they are political jobbers, political office holders who have no business. What they do from 9 to 5 is sit in their houses, complain about government just for political positions. That's all they do.
Are you an APC member?
Shame, I'm not an APC. I am.
It sounds like you're talking for the APC.
I am speaking on behalf of ADC, on behalf of Nigerians, on behalf of the masses who are tired of these old people. Shame, who are tired.
Oga Gunwe. Shut up your mouth there. You are speaking on behalf of which Nigerians? We don't know you. I've never seen you before. I don't even know him. I said to him, I just now said the pain of this whole thing is that these satanic individualisms will start trending now. I don't know these people before. Just like we don't know the Labour Party or Abure or Apapa or Abarababi or this is they don't come. They have plotted this satanic set of people now. Just look at this thing. This thing coming out now to say is speaking for Nigeria. Which of the Nigerians are you speaking for? Just answer Sheun's question that I'm here speaking for APC. Then we will applaud you. It's your right. It's just like during the time of 2023, some people coming to my panel to say, no, I'm not supporting Tinubu, but I'm just here to give my submission. During their submission is when you now get to know that they are satanic and they were supporting Tinubu and I've thrown them out. Just look at this one now. While I don't already start. This one saying they fight for Nigeria. I bet Mona tell me, who you know this man when they fight for Nigeria? Tell me one thing what this man don't do for Nigerians. Can one because may not be like say I'm too forward or I'm being biased. Maybe one person you put on for comment section. This man say he's fighting for Nigerian. Mona tell me what this man don't do for any Nigerian that is visible to the public. Mona mention one.
Weep for Nigeria. I weep for my generation who lost all opportunity for leadership because we're not trusted, we're not entrusted with anything. The same people who I watched as a child, I heard their name on TV, read them in the news, are the same people.
Oga Gunwe, since 2023 till now, what role have you played in favor of the country you called your country Nigeria? What role? Since 2023, where you failed woefully, you only got 3 votes. 3. And that 3 was your wife and your child that voted you. You voted for yourself 1. The remaining 2 was your wife and your child. You got 3 votes. Since that time till now, what role have you played? Like, despite that I lost this election, let me continue my benevolence work or humanitarian work or any kind of work you know that is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. These are the questions they should have been asking this man. That is saying that is here, I wait for my generation. Who is your generation? How many people are your generation? How many people, can you mention people in your generation? Because me don't know they your generation. As soon as they come out, so now so go give all of now. The only thing that will stop this, my voice, say they don't give Peter Obi ticket. If the ADCs want make we work for them, I don't need anything from you. Just give Peter Obi ticket. Make we do our work. We know how to handle people like this. We know how to handle them. As they do your video for channels, we go pick them. We go reanalyze them. We go bullet point them. We go drag you on Twitter, on YouTube, on every social media platform. See this idiotic mumu saying they fight for Nigeria. How? Can any of his satanic supporters tell me what this man don't do? Since when he failed woefully, when him, his wife, and his son vote for him, vote for themselves. 3 votes I get. 3. So you are fighting for which generation? Which generation do you belong to? You see them, the time have passed, like Aisha Yusuf talk just now. Say that time, that power will fold our hands and say, may they do them by themselves. Everybody have to put their effort this time. If you know that the excruciating situation of the country is affecting you directly or indirectly, it doesn't matter if you live abroad. All these people go come on air to deceive their gullible followers. Now we suppose they unlock them. People like us and people like you, now suppose they unlock their satanism.
Who are ruling us, who still want to rule us. You believe that having Asiwaju as president of Nigeria today, and anybody want to take over from Asiwaju today, it should be still a bunch of old people who destroyed our country? They have nothing to offer, Shemu. We're living in a new age, in a new world. These guys have nothing.
Gunwe! You better Gunu. You say these people are part of the people. Yes, I agree on that. But I want you, the only way I will stop tackling you, opposing you, is when you are counting these people, include Tinubu to it. But fear not let you do it. That is obvious that you are working for APC. As Shehu asked you just now, say, the way you sound, you are sounding like you are working for APC. Yes. So you see, they preach. Some gullible people now go say, oh, this man is fighting for where? This man will not fight for a wife or house. He not fight for a pikin. Now I think say they fight for you. In what way? How? Tell me how this man is fighting for you. I want to know. In what way now? If Omoyele already talk now, say I'm fighting for Nigeria, I go believe because I've seen Omoyele already. He have left on his own to protest and release people from prison. I've done so many things, done a lot of humanitarian work, done a lot of activism work and all that. This man, they saying they fight. Who fighting for who?
They can't even understand the language their kids speak. 70% of the population are under 30 years old, Shehu. And you think it's this bunch of old people who have something to offer them? You think that the myriad issues we face as a people will be solved by these people? When they held office, Shehu, what did they do? What did they do to solve our problem that they want to solve today? I saw a lot of those people there were former ministers in the last administration, 8 years of President Buhari. Where did Buhari take this country to? 8 years ago, 8 years they were ruling this country. And today they come and say they are trying to salvage this country, save this country from...
Gunwe! See this man. When I say measure Buhari 8 years, satanism. One of the look, he measures satanic Buhari and his satanic cabinet for 8 years. Then he can't jump who take over from Buhari. Then he come back to people that just came into ADC. But I don't see Bala Blue for them. I don't see the Wayo is in there. Eh? You know, if you say Buhari, APC, they have destroyed this country, including Tinubu. This man is deliberately jumping Tinubu. You see where the biasness they come now. I guess you guys are getting me now. When I not get people for panel, you'll be like, say, I'm talking to myself. To be honest, you see the help where my panelists they do for us here. Now say Black Panther, they always they target. Interjection is very, very important sometimes because it shows that yes, we are talking, we're interacting. All these yeah people. So this man now they talk. You know where to be my pain now. This man name now will stay popular. Eh? You better say Mr. Joseph Oji doctor. I say his name now Kashuku or Kashu or waiting they say call and say the hi God. Anyway, no wala. Let's move on.
What? From themselves and from their past misdeeds, you know. Let's get real. I weep for Nigeria. I weep for the use of this country. And the worst thing is that a lot of our population, they are so cynical. They no longer believe in themselves. For anybody to think that these people have what it takes to take Nigeria forward, I weep for Nigeria. It's a shame.
Why are you angry? Because on one hand, you say they did not do the right thing by coming in the manner in which they came into your party. On the other hand, you are angry on the kind of people. Is it the kind of people that they are, or the manner in which they are taking over? What is your grievance?
Good
right?
Question is all related, Shenwo. The manner in which they came through the back door shows you who they are. They are backdoor people.
They came through the back door?
They came in through the back door.
There was an handover by the
Shemu, I've been here several times on the issue of Rafun.
Gunwewani, they just beat you where. Not be say they came, which back door? Who be your mate for there we come through back door? Who be your mate there that came through the back door? You will be rats. They came through where? Which back door? See rat, they say people came through the back door. Although it's painful that, yes, my principal go there inside there right now. I cannot really criticize the people inside there for now. No, I'm not worry. Anything I want coming for now, no, you're worried. In fact, I'm very, very biased right now. No worry. I felt tell you, say, in advance, I'll be biased. Anywhere Peter will be go, I go. So in case you want to tell me, say I'm biased, I don't already know. No worry. Keep it to yourself. Now, only when you come right for comment section, you'll be blocked on the earth and the heaven. 2027, this 2027 is supposed to be 2 years from now. When I say no, I'm not going to agree. Say 2027 and next week. From now, the campaign has started. If you commit rubbish on the comment section, you'll be blocked on the earth and the heaven. That is it. Because the suffering of this country, Nigeria, it affects all of us. We cannot continue like this. This year thing came from nowhere. I've never seen his face in my entire life. Now me go do research. I can't know 3 people. Now I vote for him, his wife, his son, and himself. And he said he's fighting for Nigeria. In what way? How? Now the right time of comment section say you be car dealer before. You don't fair thief people car for America for that side allegedly. You know you can't run Nigeria now. Ojibole. Why can't be all of now where they come from America or come from Chicago and all that narcotin, drug, whatever. All of you now get hold and take Ojibole. You are directly, indirectly speaking for Tinubu. You are here saying they came to who be you where people want to come through the back door. If they say me handle you, are not going to handle you. Who you be? How much do you have? Yeah. How much if they are not sponsoring you? What is people? You say, my generation, Listen, if you are not satanic, you don't say Peter Obi for them. Why you not say, okay, amongst all of them, these people have destroyed Nigeria, but at least one particular person is there. Why can't you guys be proud to speak truth to power? Hatred don't blindfold you now. To speak truth to power is the biggest problem that you guys have. Yes, to speak truth to power. Why can't you? Let's continue. No, I get time. I did UK. This is not in Nigeria. I don't the UK. I don't get time to the pause and play. Even though one spend 10 hours for a year. When I say campaign, we're supposed to start 2 years from now. I say make it start now. No wahala. We don't wear our trousers. It go start now.
Also, Rafonso tenure lapsed on the 21st of August 2022. Since then, we have approached INEC several times, several letters written trying to have a special convention so we can move our party forward. INEC has not done the needful. In the last few months, there was alternative dispute resolution, where they said saying try and resolve the issues within the party so that this party can move forward. Unbeknownst to the state chairman of the party, did not understand that they were trying to get their signature so that they could sell the party. The state chairman are here in town now protesting. You saw the former PRO of the party. You are seeing state women leaders, state secretaries, youth leaders across the party who all they are seeing is in the news today. They never knew that this was going on within the party. And then you see Rafunsu coming to say that everybody, all structures across the country have resigned. Where are the signatures? How did they resign? Sheung, this speaks to who these people are, never doing anything right, and never. That's how they. That's how they
you were just a presidential candidate. You are not privy to the day-to-day administration of the party. Are you aware of what Rafunsu have done up until now? Because this conversation has been going on for months.
I will tell you this, Sheung. Sometime late last year, I was approached by some friends and different people talking about the coalition. And eventually, they managed to get me into one meeting with some arrowheads of the coalition. And I had just two questions. One, if you seek to have a coalition against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, are you going to agree to have a Southerner lead this coalition so that 8 years of a Southern leadership is not truncated? And the answer was, we want to take our power back. So essentially what you're saying to me as a Southerner from Delta State, from Onchibu, from a natural local government area, is that you're telling me that as a Nigerian, I am not worthy, I'm not deserving to hold power and to hold office in this country. That power belongs to just a segment of this country. That anytime a Southerner holds office in this country, we must do something to truncate that leadership. That was a very demeaning and insulting statement, Sheung. And to think about that, in fact, in that room, that the people who were in that room were people who were part of the past administration who took Nigeria to its knees where we are today, Sheung, to the brink of collapse. What do you want me to say, Sheung? That because I'm desperate for power, I should say, okay, you know what? They want to remove Bola Ahmed Tinubu, power at all costs. Maybe they'll give me some position, and I should agree to something I know that is morally wrong, that's against everything I believe. Sheung, their generation stand for only two things: religion, region. That's all they stand for. We were born into it. So should we transmit this thing to our children so I will never speak to a country about meritocracy anymore? Is that who we should continue being in this country? A people who don't care about merit or anything. We should continue being divided along tribal or religious lines in this country. Is that who we are, Sheung? It's not about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's not about ADC. It's about the future of this country. And we don't need these people. We stand rejected, Sheung.
If I ask you, are you privy to the origin of the ADC?
Sheung, I will tell you this. ADC is a party. When they brought me into this party, I met the then chairman, Rafunsu, and they told me that this party is a party that has ideals, all men being equal before the law, no north, no south, blah, 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 and all the stuff. Shortly after I entered the party, Sheung, people in the party drew my attention to the fact that this man has been the chairman of the party for the past 18 years. No democratic credentials. And how can you say that you want to advance democracy being in a party that has such credentials? I believe that it was something of the past, and that my being in that party, that we could move that party forward. Sheung, but sad to say, immediately after he emerged as the presidential flag bearer of the party, the same thing that they had done to all previous presidential candidates, they did the same thing. They tried to sell my candidacy. They tried to frustrate me from running for office. They started writing to, and doing press release that I am no longer the presidential candidate of the party because I insisted that I must run for office, Sheung. This is the past of ADC. But Sheung, I tell you this, I met a lot of young Nigerians who had only one ambition. How do we move Nigeria forward? They came into the party in their droves to run for office, only to wake up one day to hear that the party had aligned with other parties and that the party had been sold. And that this party was really not.
What do you mean it has been sold?
That they are in the last election that they had done some alignments with PDP or with APC, and as such, those people who had paid for forms to run on the platform ADC, they saw their ambition being truncated.
Let me ask you, Mr. Dumebi, are you privy to the relationship of Mr. Ralph Nwosu in the inception of this party and someone like the former VP Atiku Abubakar?
Sheung,
are you privy?
Sheung, I have no knowledge of former VP Atiku Abubakar's interest or his being part of the ADC. But Sheung, I'll tell you this.
That's because when you were not a member of the party, there were people who formed the party. And that's why I asked you about the origin of the party.
Sheung, they formed the party. Let me ask you a question. How many Nigerians knew ADC before I entered into the ADC? I entered the ADC, Sheung, in a contest of 19 presidential candidates. I was a fifth in that election. That's why ADC became almost a household name, Sheung.
Household name for where? Who knows you? I beg, I'm not to continue with this guy again because now I watch him, I'm gonna go watch him later. The popularity that he wants to get is already getting it. You see them. I don't recognize their faces now, because there's a lot. We get a lot of work to do. Don't worry. We don't do our work because of what we want to eat. We do it because we want Nigeria to work. That's it. People like this way they screen, so watch out for them. You go know what they talk about. But I like us to move on quickly.
Drink from polluted streams, and women, our children will drink from polluted streams, and women will have to walk miles with jerry cans on their heads. Billions just vanish into the pockets of a corrupt elite. This is not governance. This is grand larceny. This is not good at all. And it cannot be well. We can't keep swallowing every rubbish they throw our way. You know, I've been thinking about this. In my mother tongue, the Kalabari language, we do not have a word for embezzle or loot. We have thief, furu. My mother's people say onyoshi, thief. And then I'm sure the Yorubas say Ole and the Hausas Barawubansa. That's what we have. And you see, when people are identified as thieves, there is a treatment for thieves where we come from in Africa. You name call them, you name shame them, and you make the community aware that these people are thieves. And you walk them around the community, and that stays on them and the rest of their family members. So today I'm very pained that we have found words to use to color thieves and make them look like they are important people. We have learned to give them front seats, and I think that is total madness. So today, I'm very bitter and very angry. We're a country of over 200 million people. And then the people in offices, they are less than 1 million put together. So how can a minority group of people lord it over the majority of us? And all we do is keep quiet and act like we're helpless. So let me just go straight to the point. According to Budget 8, our budget has been padded with lies. 6.9 trillion padded over rubbish. Our national budget with questionable, often redundant projects. The one they call white elephants. I've never seen a white elephant before. Every elephant I have seen has been brown. What kind of government sits at a table of power, dips its filthy hands into the treasury, and serves itself a banquet of billions while millions of Nigerians can't afford a meal, a roof, or clean water? This Tinubu government unveiled a budget that should shake every conscience awake. 393 billion naira. Yes, you heard me. 393 billion naira to install 1,477 street lights. Hey God, where are the polls go into heaven? What manner of light will come from that kind of war? Is it stone-studded diamonds? Will the bulbs bring forth diamond sparkles? Or what exactly will this bulb pole? Is it going to heaven directly? Because really, it has to. It has to. 1,477 street lights. Please, how much is a 4-bedroom duplex in Lekki or any other highbrow part of a city in Nigeria? How much? Because you see, this one pole will cost 266 million naira for just one street light, one single one, not 1.5. They must be as tall as a Tower of Babel. I mean, if God got angry with the Tower of Babel, I have every right to be angry. See, if they no cause us, it remains small. It be like say them cause us, after them cause us, then pour water, pour oil, pour blood. If not, the way when some of us they behave, somebody go still come under this post, come right. Then cause us so. Then curse us. As if that is not enough insult. They added Jara to it. 114 billion naira for a mere 538 boreholes. Boreholes. You know, when I was growing up in the city of Port Harcourt, all we needed to do was just turn our taps and water will flow. It was from water board. Now we're not talking water board, we're talking boreholes. How deep is this boreholes going to be? They probably would be digging and searching for salt. Or maybe, you know, since we're from oil producing country, maybe every borehole would come forth with oil or that. Like, I'm trying to think what kind of boreholes will cost this amount. See, I don't think a lot of the people who sit in those houses, the House of Assembly, House of Senate, House of Reps, I don't think those people are normal. They are mad. What is this? What exactly is this? For that amount, every home in Nigeria could be lit with solar panels. Twice over, 114 billion naira for 538 boreholes. Are those boreholes drilling into heaven itself, or maybe all the way down into hell? They just carry with them the fountains of youth or the wisdom of old age. And like, for that money, the entire communities across Nigeria should have modern water systems, good sanitation, and proper health care. But no, our children will drink from polluted streams and women will have to walk miles with jerry cans on their heads. Billions just vanish into the pockets of a corrupt elite. This is not governance. This is grand larceny. Only them go take loan, only them go pocket them, only them. The loan whether they collect will not know what they take as you as collateral. Only them.
The new opposition coalition in Nigeria under the umbrella of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, unveiled at the Yaradua Center in Abuja on Tuesday, has been met with mixed reactions. The event, which saw the convergence of several prominent political figures, including Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar, Rotimi Amechi, and Nasiru El-Rufai, signaled a potential realignment of forces ahead of the 2027 general election. Former Senate President David Mark and former Minister of Interior Rauf Arigbeshola took on interim leadership roles. The gathering aimed to present the ADC as the official platform for the new opposition coalition. Let's take some reactions. I'll take this from Festus Kiyamo. He wrote a lengthy tweet, and I'll read it in part. He wrote, "What happened earlier today, that was yesterday, with the movement of the so-called coalition into the ADC is the greatest factor that has strengthened the APC ahead of the 2027 elections. Let me explain. By law, you cannot operate from or belong to two or multiple political parties. So it is safe to say that their open declaration for ADC today is a clear abandonment of their previous parties. In fact, belonging to two political parties is a ground for disqualification in an election. Therefore, the emergence of ADC as presently constituted marks the formal dismemberment of the PDP, hitherto Nigeria's strongest opposition party. Majority of the old guard in the PDP, who have apparently lost control of the party, have been pushed out of the party by the younger Turks within the PDP. That is why the gathering today was a conglomerate of former this and former that of the PDP. No matter how you look at it, this is just Atiku's faction of PDP in desperate search for the 2027 presidential ticket. Nothing more, nothing less. The person who the old cunning guards want to take for a ride in all of this is Peter Obi. They want his votes, but don't want to give him their presidential ticket because this is Atiku's show, Simplicita. That is why David Mark is the interim chairman. Those who know politics know what I am saying. But if you do not give Peter Obi the presidential ticket, you lose his supporters. It is as simple as that. And how can you make someone who won 2 regions in the last election, Southeast and South-South, a running mate to the person who won only by 1 region, Northeast? Therefore, when the dust settles, you will discover that PDP and the Labour Party have lost something. The ADC have only gained something like a caricature, but the APC has lost absolutely nothing. Before I take Peter Obi's response, I would like your thoughts on what Festus Keyamo said. I mean, I think that his statement there, for me, was quite apt. Really. I mean, that's my own take, my own opinion, and that's why I thought to highlight that tweet.
Well, I beg to disagree.
Yes, go ahead.
Political tourism didn't just start with
political
the ADC.
What?
Tourism.
Tourism. Go ahead.
People who are hopping from party to party, they belong to one party. The other day, the metaphor I gave is that they have a passport of one party, but they have visas to visit or other parties when it's convenient. It didn't start with the ADC. So the precedent was set by the APC in the 2023 election, when we saw PDP governors stand boldly for the APC, and some of them even delivered their states to the APC. But it wasn't illegal at that point. So now suddenly we're saying, so I understand the point he is making. Yes, legally speaking, if you're contesting for the election, but some of these people will not be on the ballot. So there's no, what's the legal terminology? Is it locus to say that they would be disqualified for the election? However, given the permutations, I think there's a lot to be said about the permutations that he has painted out there. What will happen to the obedience? I think that's a big conversation in all of this, because the obedience has grown in its force, and the obedience are very clear about their expectation. And we're still seeing the lingering ambition of Atiku Abubakar. And I think the real test of this coalition is going to be when it comes time to determine who is going to be the flag bearer. That's when we will see how much cohesion and love and kumbaya and spirits of one there really exists within the coalition.
Dr. Martin, did you want to chime in on Festus Keyamo's comment? Then I take Peter Obi's.
It's just basic common sense.
Yes.
You cannot belong to 2 political parties. These political parties, they have constitution. There's something written into all the constitutions where you say you cannot be in this party and be in that party. So it will be wrong to say that, oh, you can belong to 2 political parties. In a party that there is discipline, that person will be asked to leave that political party. So don't let us... to leave the PDP. Well, it's an anomalous situation. So, no, it's an anomalous situation. And there are persons within the PDP that are saying this is very strange.
Yes.
That's number 1. Number 2 is that, whatever Festus Keyamo says, what do you expect him to say? Of course, he cannot welcome the opposition coalition that claims that it wants to remove a government that is serving from power. The third thing, of course, to say is that we should keep stressing the point that opposition politics is healthy for the growth of the democratic process, to the extent that those opposition politicians provide alternative ideas, and it's not a special purpose vehicle put together by strange bedfellows to grab power. That is where the problem can be, where it is personal interest. Now, This is not the first time. I said this earlier on, that we have had coalition politics in Nigeria, or, alliances and all of that. After all, in 2018, even President Obasanjo led a group called the Coalition for CMI, Coalition for Saving Nigeria or whatever. And the objective of that coalition was to prevent President Muhammadu Buhari from getting a second term. So a number of political parties, about 8 political parties, came together in May 2018, and they said they would stop Buhari. But how did it work out? By August, some people inside that ADC, they had moved away. It was this same ADC. Yeah. They went and formed their own new ADC. Of course, in 2019, President Muhammadu Buhari won the election. And that's why I said at the beginning of this program that what transpired yesterday and what is still going to happen, because this is just at once in one, is going to be a test of the wisdom, the political wisdom that is attributed to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay. Will he be the owner of the game, or will he find himself in a very difficult situation? But they must be concerned. And I do not think that the PDP is going to disappear, but it is weakened. And also, the coalition poses a threat to the ruling government, to the ruling president, particularly when you look at the profile of the people that were involved in the meeting yesterday. And more persons will still join. Yes. So the game is on. Okay. And, we keep watching, we keep saying it, but the power of incumbency, they work in President Tinubu's favor. But what he must not do is to try and close the door against democracy.
All right, we're not done, Rufai. The game is on. Let me take reactions. There are more reactions from this. This is Peter Obi's post on X yesterday. He wrote, yesterday, the coalition members formally adopted the African Democratic Congress, ADC, for the 2027 Nigeria general election, with distinguished Senator David Mark serving as the national chairman and His Excellency Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola serving as the national secretary. Our commitment is to sacrifice and work together towards the 2027 general election, ensuring that Nigeria gets a competent, capable, and compassionate leadership that will prioritize the nation's future by putting the welfare of Nigerians first. This decision was not made lightly. It comes from deep reflection on where we are as a country and what must be done to move forward. No one group can change Nigeria alone. To dismantle the structures that keep our people in poverty and insecurity, we must build bridges, not walls, even when those bridges are uneasy. A new Nigeria is possible. In the meantime, former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, announced his resignation from the APC on Tuesday, stating that he never believed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had the capacity to lead Nigeria. According to him, Tinubu has completely destroyed Nigeria with high inflation and economic hardship. He's quoted as saying, and I'll read his quote, "Nigeria is completely destroyed. People can't eat. There is no money to buy food. Everything is gone. Inflation is at its peak. And the federal government is busy going around trying to hijack the election. INEC is helping them to hijack the election. I left APC last night. I never attended one meeting. The last time they invited me, I won them. In fact, I was surprised that I wasn't even expelled because I won them in writing not to invite me to any meeting. I have never believed that Tinubu is a material to govern the country. I have never, because people now want Buhari to return. We see in Nigeria that when a new government takes over, it becomes worse than the previous government. People are asking for Buhari because things were better during Buhari's administration. Dollar was, I think, 460 naira or 500 and something. Well, he just quoted the high inflation at the point. But go ahead.
So let's bring out the facts, because when politicians talk, they talk a lot. Let's bring it, the dollar rate to the naira rate, we know, was a lot better, during Buhari. But also, let's not also forget the fact that we took a lot of ways and means. So there was a lot of debts too that we needed to deal with. And the same ambition as things were better during Buhari. At some point, I think, things went at loggerheads,
So people want Buhari back.
People will clamor for, Buhari back because of the hardship that's going on. But, Dr. Abati, I think I put a finger on it. You see, when people want to say things against me, they say, oh, he studied animal science and everything. You see, my study of science, that gives me a better perspective of how Nigerian politicians behave. And I will tell you why. It's a theory in physics. As you said, anomalous. I remembered one theory called the anomalous expansion of water. Water has a unique behavior. It cools from 4 degrees to 0 degrees, then freezes to ice. Most liquid contracts as they cool. But when water reaches its maximum density at 4 degrees, then it expands as it gets colder, becoming less dense. This expansion is due to formation of crystalline structure, which bore molecules between when water freezes. So a lot of our Nigerian politicians follow the principle of the anomalous expansion of water. That's principle number 1. Principle number 2 is mercury. Have you ever wondered why when somebody changes, they call him mercurial? I will tell you based on my science training. It's coming to good news today. Mercury is a metallic element, but it is liquid when it's at standard temperature and pressure. Standard temperature and pressure, room temperature is about 25 degrees centigrade. It is known as quicksilver. So, for all the politicians that are here and are there, you will know that they are Mercurial in nature. So that's the answer to your question about how Wike can be a member of the PDP and serve with the APC government and because of katakata in the PDP. So
Rufai, we're going to continue on the conversation.
Politics,
yes,
not science.
That's the explanation.
Not chemistry.
Science
explains politics.
Science explains politics.
Yes.
That's what you think. Okay.
Okay. There's something called social science.
Yes.
And social science is about human.
Okay, I will stop that right there. Let's take our last video. This is just a short one, 2 minutes. What Wike have to say over this coalition?
The Buccaneers have left. Yes, the vampires have left. Who never meant well for them. Take all the areas that were lost. I saw Cheruma on television. Was it the first day? Yes. Talking about this one man taking part. Ask us since 1999. Have we won Yobe? Since 1999, have we won Yobe? No. So what is that you are telling me? What is that? That you are telling me? PDP has been sustained by the South-South. Now, yes, South-South mainly. Mainly, the Southeast. Now, because of the kind of politics these leaders, ask Emeka Yoda, I saw him there. What happened? Because somebody was not removed as secretary. He now left. So that's why the guys are angry. This is their own private, personal thing that you could not contend with. It's a power struggle that somebody has at maneuver you. You go and say, Nigerians are angry. Say that you have been defeated in that place. Don't push it to Nigerians. Let's take the issue of Nigeria very serious. Let us know the problem and focus on that and tackle the challenges. With the combination of our...
My question is, before I take my article, I'm done with my video. My question is, I want my panelists to take that, to answer that question once I give them the mic. If, by God's grace, Tinubu is removed in 2027, how Wike want to do in life? Will he just iron his...
Now jail they go, jail.
And I make me the talk, say, will he just by himself iron his coat, shine his shoe, and waka enter the jail by himself? That's all I just want to know. I would like more answer to that later on. But let me quickly take the article that I have for you guys, as you can see right there, satanic Abure-led Labour Party and all of them saying Peter Obi, they're giving Peter Obi 48 hours. It's just imagine that. Giving Peter Obi 48 hours to do it, you know. So let me put this on your screen. Bear with me. There you go. Okay, I'd like to quickly take this, maybe one or two paragraphs. Coalition Abure-led Labour Satanic Party gives Obi 48 hours to resign from party. You know, the Julius Abure faction of the Labour Party has given the party's former presidential candidate Peter Obi 48 hours within which to formally resign his membership of the party. I don't want to read my own leave there because they talk a lot of balablo there, but I not get that time. I'm not interested. See people, hey God, if Peter Obi will give these people relevance, sharp. But my people, I will draw the curtain for my own part. I've done my part. You know, I appreciate every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. Help us to press on the like and help us to share. I'm going to press on the dollar sign now. You know, can somebody press on the dollar sign, encourage what we do? I will really, really do appreciate that. And the like is very, very minimal. What happened? You know, as we know the talk cease. You know they enjoy with the talks. You know, press like. That's not nice. The like is just to, you know, somebody give us a mandate. Give us a mandate. Wait. You are disturbing the broadcast. You know. All right, I'll call you back, please. Yes, Mona, press on the like now. Give us a mandate. You want to give submission? Okay, go ahead. Thank you. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us. We can't hear you. Why is your line very faint? Okay, go ahead. Talk to us.
Thank you very much for all that you do. Greetings from here. Sorry, I've not been able to come to the panel, but I'm here. I'm here with you guys in spirit. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you. Well, panelists, I greet you, Mr. Jonathan, Black Panther, Dr. CM, and everyone. I greet you. Or Mommy Diaspora, I greet you. Thank you very much for all that you do. Well, Abure, you have said it all, sir. It's just Peter Obi that give these people, he give them the energy and the effrontery to be doing what they are doing. Because if not for Peter Obi, someone like Abure should be in jail. Like what you described some times ago. Those show glass jail. You put Abure there naked and then people are paying to go and look at Abure. Abure, I don't know if that man should still have any goals to still be talking to the Nigerians. Which Labour Party is he referring to? Well, I mean, I'm not surprised. That is what the country has turned into. It's only sad that men like this can still be there talking when they should have been thrown out and put in jail. Abure that is a thief. Abure, I mean, he has not been able to deny or come and defend himself against all of the allegations put against him on the money he stole from Labour Party. Abure is just too sad. Now, going on the coalition, honestly, I don't know if there is anything that we may get from this coalition, because the question here is, will Atiku suffer for Mr. Peter Obi to lead, to be the candidate of the coalition? So this coalition thing, it's still very, very dicey. There's still a lot of things that I don't believe in. And for the coming election, I don't believe there's any election that should even be holding Nigeria now. What Nigeria should be fighting for now is how to get the country back from the hands of these looters and stealers. Imagine the president in court is in Lucia somewhere with all of his entourage enjoying themselves. St. Lucia, why the country is in trouble. These guys don't care. So the coalition, for me, I'm not sure what's going to happen. All we can do now is to see how we can get Labour Party right. If we can get it right and then be able to put this right, then we can actually go for this election and then win the election. That's what But if there's going to be any election, but for me, I am not in support of any election, because there is nothing that can come out Mr. Elvis, I do appreciate you. Thank you very much for what that you do. Appreciate you, sir.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. All right. I'd like to take another call quickly. Mr. Alabo, you were calling me. Let me call you back quickly. If you people. All right. Mr. Alabo, you're not picking. Okay. I need to move on. Mr. Alabo, it looks like whenever they're calling, you don't pick your call. Thank you so much, Mother Peggy Mother. God bless you for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you. I appreciate you always for what you do. Let me take another call.
We know they hear you again, Oga.
I know they hear me.
You dey inside hole. We know they hear you.
I know they hear me.
We don't hear you now.
Okay, it's strange, but I'm good, right?
Yeah, you are good now. You are good now.
Okay. Mr. Wale, thanks for calling, sir. Yeah, go ahead, sir. Thanks, sir.
Give us a mandate. Thank you very much. May God bless you for that thing you said. Thank you very much. Me, I'm not in support of that coalition at all. Mr. Let me tell you something. Mr. Peter Obi won election in Lagos State. Tinubu put them out. How did you win it? Through the youth. Why do we need criminals? Why did Mr. Obi have to jump with the criminals? Because he wants to become president? No! The youth are there. If Mr. Peter Obi talk to all the youth in Nigeria, they will vote for him. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for yesterday, Madam Rita. We don't need all these people. Mr. Obi, what are we saying now? Mr. Peter Obi should join with Abechi, should join with Malami. Don't we know Malami? That would have connected with the boy to go and bring kidnap Bikano. Malami, what are we talking about now? What are we talking about? Mr. Obi can win this election with the youth, not with the criminals.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, sir. Yes, Peter Obi won the election in the past. Yes, I agree. And if he contests again 2027, he will win again. But are you sure that we allow him to rule as the president?
Well, thank you. Mr. Ibi, now let me ask you again. Let me say something. Mr. Ibi, be honest. So, do you think that Atiku is going to that coalition just because it's support Obi?
No, you did answer my question. You're asking me another question. You answer the question, please.
I believe, Mr. Ibi, whether they allow it, let him win. I know that with all the Nigerian group run around Sabita, they will allow, if they don't allow it, there will be a chaos.
Okay. The same chaos will not start in 2023, right?
Okay, Mr. Ibi, let me tell you this. Do you think that people going there because of this to allow Sabita? They will never give that into Abi.
All right, no problem.
Let me say one thing. Mr. Peter was saying something. They said he's proposing one time. Do you know what that one time means? For me, what one time means is that I think maybe they're kind of talking to him that look, if you can become vice president to Atiku will just really spend one time. After that, then you will be the one. That is what I see about that one time.
Okay.
One time,
okay, sir.
They will not give it. They will not give Mr. They will not give people. Just criminals.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Wale. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me take another. Let's hear from more people because we have another Deborah on the phone. Thank you very much, Madara. God bless you, man. Good evening to you. Talk to us. We can hear you, man. Go ahead. Talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Elvis. Good evening to everyone. It's just a quick one. Like I heard what the other, is it Mr. Wale was trying to say. But the truth of the matter is that, just like Mr. Elvis, you asked that even if Peter Obi come out alone and people vote for him, that these people will not, just like what happened in 2023, is going to repeat itself. And Peter Obi cannot fight those people. And Nigerians are not ready to do what would, if they miss the opportunity of 2023, there's no any evidence that they are going to do anything come 2027. So the truth of the matter is that if Peter Obi comes out alone there's no chance for him. And at the moment, the Labour Party has been infiltrated. So Peter Obi knows that he cannot do it alone. But let me say this very, very clear. If the coalition is not, if they are not going to give Peter Obi the flag bearer, then it's going to be a dead on arrival, because I don't think Nigerians want to replace a bad thing and another bad one. That is not going to happen. And if Atiku comes out to say yes, that he's the one that is going to be the presidential, if they give him the presidential ticket, then they are going to lose. It's just going to be a repeat of what happened in the 2023 election, when PDP went and gave him the ticket, and that is what led to their failure. And even if Peter Obi agrees to deputize Atiku, if by any chance he agreed to be a vice to Atiku, and even if he comes out to appeal to people that they should support him, people will still not support me. I will not still support. And that will equally be a disaster as well. They will both lose. And Tinubu will be the one that will win. So if the coalition will ever succeed, and they have to learn from the mistake of 2023, because that's the mistake they made by allowing Obi to leave the PDP. Then Atiku became the presidential aspirant, and that is what led to their downfall. And even if Peter, like I said, even if Peter Obi decides to be vice to anybody, a northerner, it's an automatic dead on arrival. Even if Peter Obi decides to be a vice to anybody, if he's not the flag, if he's not the presidential flag bearer of that coalition, is dead on arrival. It's not going to work. So I just hope that Peter Obi is listening, and if except they all support him to win, that's the only thing that will make people, a lot of Nigerians, support. But if they push anybody, no matter whoever they push other than Peter Obi, it's not going to work. It's going to fail. That is the thing, you know. So that's what I really want to add to this whole coalition. Thank you so much, Mr. Eldis. Thank you, sir.
Okay. According to what Madam Deborah is saying, I don't talk yesterday. Me and not the follow person, they do all this kind things. See, tomorrow after I'll be upon tell us, say make we understand with them. He don't look left, look right. He want to deputize Atiku. Now Tinubu, all of us go your support. More you not say they made the devil where we know. May you finish the whole thing. That's just the truth. I will never, God forbid, I will never make that mistake now to start campaigning for Peter Obi, where I know say na Atiku na be the flag bearer. It's not gonna make any sense to me at all. But meanwhile, let me take another call. Okay, Mr. Alabo, thanks for calling in. Talk to us. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, the panelists. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Nigeria. Mommy, that's far. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. We will not go back. We have already gone far, and the victory is sure. One thing I want us to understand, we still need those people. They came together 2014, the same set of people, and push away Goodluck Jonathan. If the same set of people say, okay, they know this person that is the president today is a bad person, and if they allow him to go for second term, it will be disastrous to Nigeria. So we need them to get there, but that does not mean the principal will know, which is Peter Obi, will not allow people like that to take over his government. Anambra, if we understand how Anambra is with strong people, billionaires, Peter Obi stands strong. And I know he will stand strong for these people. They will not manipulate him. And secondly, I heard Ida, my big auntie, talking. You know, when you're talking about Abure, some people might not know that woman. That woman is part of the problem we have in Labour Party. That is why you are saying today there's nowhere to be found in obedient movement or anything around Peter Obi. These are part of the structure. Today she's coming out to cry. These are people that are sponsored. They took a lot of things from these top politicians to destroy with Abure. She's a key person to Abure. It's part of the structure that destroy River State Labour. So she's coming out now today now talking to condemn. There is no difference between her with what we have at hand regarding her. Different between her and Abure and the same people she's talking about. But however, they will be tired. It's good for them to continue to expose themselves. We need a Nigeria that will work for everybody. Some of them there, we will use them there to get what we want to get. Abure today, there is nothing anybody can do about because presidency is backing him. He's a sponsored person. So there is nothing. We don't have court. We don't have anything that is going to push him away because presidency is behind him. But a new Nigeria is possible for us. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. All right, let me come to my people on the panel so that we can take it from here. I'll treat everyone who might be just to part person on the mic as we listen to my wonderful panelists. Let me start with
Your voice don't go again. Your voice.
Oh, now they hear me now.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I don't know why. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. Once again, I would like us to listen to Ogasho. Ogasho, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch, and good evening to
Thank you,
all
sir.
the panelists and the people in the comment section. It's good to be with you once again. So I'll start from the Dumebi Kachiku guy. The first I heard of him was in 2022, I believe, when he won the primary against Kingsley Moghalu, who was somebody that I was hoping that would work with people like Peter Obi. But I think since that shock defeat for Kingsley Moghalu in the ADC, he's sort of taken a back step from politics. This guy from nowhere, he just came and they said he defeated Kingsley Moghalu in the primaries. And there were rumors around the time that, there were monies that exchanged hands, allegedly during the primaries. Because if you remember, Kingsley Moghalu ran under YPP as a candidate, presidential candidate in 2019, I believe. So, this Dumebi guy just from nowhere won the election. But now looking into the Dumebi family, doing a bit of small research into their name, I realized that his elder brother served as minister of state, that's the junior minister of petroleum under Buhari. Buhari appointed his senior brother. So they are not somebody who have just come out of nowhere. They are influential in some ways. Of course, they have money, deep pockets. His brother served as Minister for Petroleum under Buhari. He served as the president of OPEC. I think around 2015 as well. That's the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. He also served as the chief executive of NMPC briefly under Buhari. That's his older brother. So they have links one way or the other. So, and this guy himself, this Dumebi that is going around talking nonsense. When I researched, I saw that he's worth about $15 million. So he's somebody that has money to throw about, and that's what is giving him all this, confidence and talking tough and all of that. And everybody has a price, even with his $15 million worth or alleged $15 million worth. Everybody has a price, So with what he's doing right now, you can bet your top dollar that the APC, the ruling government, the presidency will have reached out to him to say, keep the fire burning, keep it going. What do you know? What can we use to distract to destabilize what these people are doing within the ADC? Because as a presidential candidate, you don't hold so much power, as you can see with Peter Obi. He can't just wake up and tell Abure and all these people to get out. That he doesn't want to see them anymore. So being a presidential candidate does not give you that much power within a political party if you're going to follow, the tenets of the party. So I don't expect anything less. The APC will capitalize on this. They would make it tough. And that is why I was one of the people saying that Peter Obi should have formed a new party as soon as the court ruled against him in 2023 Form a new party. You will know the people you put. I mean, it doesn't mean that they can switch up and change and start being in the back, but at least you have a higher chance of having people who will be loyal to you. Now, with this ADC Wahala now, we don't know how long it would go on for. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Keyamo is beginning to talk a lot of legal jargon, saying that you are in 2 parties, you're in 3 parties, you're already disqualified, and the rest of it. So I hope that they can resolve this quickly. And to talk about the coalition itself, I wish that they would decide quickly. Say what you like about the APC when they formed their evil party in 2013 or whenever they formed it. There was no discussion of primaries. They presented Buhari from very early. This is our candidate. I hope that these coalition people will stop talking and let us know who would be the flag bearer of their party. If they mention primaries, just be rest assured, Atiku will be your candidate. If they go into primaries, the fact that if they ever consider the primaries, it means that they're not willing to give it to Peter Obi on a platter. And if they go into primaries, these politicians, them, all these guys, they are people who believe in paying their way. Dollars will start to exchange hands again. And APC guys will come and say, how are you different from what you are trying to change? And Peter Obi won't pay anybody. We don't give shishi. He's not going to pay anybody a penny to vote for him to win the primaries. So I hope that they would come together quickly, stop going around channels and all these, places to talk stories that we're not interested in. Tell us the most important thing. We have adopted Peter Obi as our candidate. If that's not the case, let us know that you're going to do a primary so that Peter Obi can pack his bags and go and do something else now that he has close to 2 years left to prepare for the next election. There's no time. Imagine they do all this nonsense for the next 6 months and they now say there's a primaries. Then Peter Obi has less than 18 months or to plan. So they should decide quickly, let us know. And I understand the sentiment of a lot of people who are worried about the characters in this coalition. I don't even want to start mentioning the names because it might make some people just throw up. I mean, the names, some of them horrible names. You hear the name and you just think corruption, corruption, corruption. But if Peter Obi goes alone, let's even say he goes alone, like he did in 2023, things have changed. Peter Obi is no longer an unknown quantity to the APC. They said things like 4 people tweeting in a room. You don't win elections on Twitter. You don't get level. All those things they said about Peter Obi then and the obedient. APC are not saying it anymore. They take Peter Obi and the obedience very seriously. So they will prepare differently for him. One. Secondly, Tinubu is now in power. He has the power of the presidency. That's second factor that has changed. And another thing that has changed is the LP problems. Peter Obi didn't have internal problems within the LP when he ran the first time. So all these 3 things to now go against Tinubu, I don't think he will win if he does it solo. I don't think he will win. Even if he now wins, which I'm hoping that he does, do you think, like you rightly asked, does anyone think he will win in the court? He can win at the polling station. APC will do what they do best with the help of INEC. They will tell us to go to court again. Do you see anything changing with our judicial system? Do you think Peter Obi will win? Let's be sensible about these things. I'm not saying be happy and excited to get in bed with these guys, but we might need them. We might need them. They might be the bridge, I'm hoping now, between where we are and where we want to get to. They're not happy with Tinubu for selfish reasons. We know that. But can we capitalize on that? The president of Nigeria is a powerful president. I wouldn't say the most powerful in the world, but he's a powerful president, very influential. So if we can somehow get Peter Obi to Aso Rock, I think things will start to turn around for Nigeria. It won't be overnight. So we might have to close our eyes and just go and vote for Peter Obi alongside his guys. As long as Peter Obi is the president, if you make him vice president, it's useless. As has been said many times, the vice president of Nigeria is a spare tire. That's what they call them. I mean, what was the last thing you heard about Shetima? What was the last thing you heard about him? Even when the professor was there, Oshibajo, he was just going to console people. They were sending him anytime anybody by somewhere. Buhari would send him to go and console them. and he will wear black agbada. So if Peter Obi goes in as vice president, it's going to be useless. It's not going to be anything useful to Nigerians. So obedience need to decide as individuals, what would you rather have? Peter Obi to go again on his own, and you know that we might win at the polls, but we're not going to go to the street and fight because Peter Obi won't tell anybody to go and fight. So we might win at the polls, but we will lose in court. Or would you just say, you know what, as bad as it's like drinking agbo, you know, all these bitters. You know that, okay, I'm not talking about the ones that are deadly, but the proper agbo that our, grandmothers would make for us, that you would drink. You know it's bitter, but you know that it might do you some good. So that is my position personally. I'm not saying people should agree, but that's my position. That these guys, I know they're dangerous people, but Peter Obi and the obedient might need them to do the ruffle that we don't do on our behalf. Because if we go and do it alone, I don't see how Peter Obi gets to Aso Rock. I think those are the things I wanted to add to the conversation. I mean, there's no point. I know you usually give 15 minutes, but that's everything I wanted to say. And on a different note, not to take us away from everything we're saying, I know you're a big football fan. Peter Rufai, Dodo Mayana, we sadly lost him today. Age of 61, is passed on. So I just thought I'll share that news as well. May God
And not
rest his
only that, Diego Jota died as Spain today.
I know say that Nigeria setting, so people know if they follow Premiership. So I don't want to bring that one, but
that one paid my heart to it. And he was driving.
It paid me too.
He was returning back to England. He had an accident with the tire of his Lamborghini just pulled out.
Yeah, it burst.
He died with his only brother.
His younger brother, and the car caught fire. It was more the fire that took them out. And this guy got married to his long-term partner on the 22nd of
Who is that? Who is that again?
Diogo Jota plays for Liverpool.
Oh.
He was 28 years old. His younger brother, 26.
28.
He has 3 children.
He played for Wolves, and then
he played for Wolves. Yes. So I mean, their parents lost 2 sons in one.
He played for Liverpool, not Wolves.
Yeah, he was at Wolves before he went to Liverpool.
Wow.
This thing shocked me. This guy going to die like that, and he died with his brother.
I mean, how do you console the parents?
I don't even know, man.
Diego is 20. He was 28. His younger brother 26. He got married to his long-term partner on the 22nd of June this year. They have 3 young kids. I mean, when I saw that this morning, I was like, oh my God. Then I got news of the Peter Rufai one this evening. I was like, what is happening today? Peter Rufai himself was only 61. But anyway, not to take it to football or things like that, but thank you for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure.
God bless you, sir. I appreciate you.
You too.
Thank you, sir. All right. Let's move on, my people. I appreciate you all. The next person that needs to speak to us, Black Panther, this is why they come. If I not there here, you go spend 78 years for backstage.
Where you they go stay? What did they distract you?
What did concern you?
Not be your network, they come out, your voice, they go come too.
Anyway, my person does still come out now. Brass is saying one greet to just maybe you go one greet you now. Jackson. You were asking of Black Panther is here. Come and quickly say hello now. You say you want to say hello to Black Panther. Is listening to you. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, Braxton. What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, I miss you a lot.
Yeah.
I had to force your daddy to come back home. He was trying to be stubborn. You have to force him. So you got to tell me thank you. I did a lot of work for. Yeah. You're welcome, bro.
All right. Cool. Okay. Thank you very much, my people. That was a little bit of diversion. Okay, but let's take it from here. Let me start with Black Panther. You are the next. Then we'll come to Mr. Jonathan before Tiobala. Black Panther. Anybody that want to join in now, as I day backstage, so make una come. I go Aduna. If you go come when it don't be as he gets, then it go be as he gets. Black Panther, you have the floor, sir. Thank you. Okay, you are not available.
Yeah, Nigeria wash.
Okay, I think you are not available.
Yeah, thank you for everything that you are doing today. You have done a great job. You know, even when you are trying to give yourself a little bit of nap, it comes on again. That is a man that loves his country, and every one of us, we are all partakers of it too, because it is not easy to fight the wicked ones. So I want to thank you especially. I want to thank Mom in Diaspora. I want to thank everybody out here and those that are coming to join us. May God continue to give us strength to continue this journey. We are like a catalyst that is working alongside with the people on ground. That's why I said in the battlefield, people are categorized. So we are in a category, and we all are fighting towards the same goal. I want to thank everybody, no matter what has happened within us. What brings us together is we just want a good country where we can come in, invest, do things, get the country running, and be proud. Beat your chest and be proud of it. That is just it. So that we can hand over something to the next generation coming, and they will be proud of us, celebrating us till the end of days. We just got to continue doing it. I want to thank Mom in Diaspora for everything. I want to first of all come to this Dr. Mr. Abure. I don't want to say something. That Abure. Hey God. Abure is warning Peter Obi. Who give you that audacity to come out to take Peter Obi should resign? You resign him now. Are you not the one faction of the Labour Party? Resign him now if you have the power. Resign him. Oh, Asorok has given you the power to speak now. You can now speak. You see, immediately they form ADC, all the notorious BBJG around that Agbado has given money, they've all woken up from the dead. They've all woken up. They'll start talking, start saying all sorts of things. Abure has come out to Alaba and B is still coming, and the native doctor is still coming, because they got to share out of the notorious government that we have on board. They got to do it. But I assure you, people, that the wrath of God will fall upon all of them. They can never end peacefully because they have expiring dates. The law of gravity states it all. Anything that goes up must come down. Their falling down is going to be rapid, instantaneously, when the people gather together and do things. Arabambi is coming to speak because they are all arranging on their table now how they are going to attack. The transportation minister, he better hide himself before they will make him lose control of what he's doing, because that one is just irrelevant, because that one is a lawyer and an ACN that he got through the back door. Let him just continue doing so that we just forget those ones, because anybody that will stop this coalition will carry an entire house. After the election, we'll release them. That is what these people don't know, that Nigerians are angry. And when they got people that will push them to do it, they know that their back is secured. They will go after all these people. That is what's going to happen. People will just open their big mouth, like what is called Kachuku, will just open his mouth and start talking nonsense. Where were you when they rigged the election? Where were you when we were going to court? Where were you when people were being thrown into jail? Where were you when the journalists that were thrown into jail for several months without nothing, that they are accused of treasonable offense? Where were you when 16 years, 8 years old, 10 years old boy were accused of treason? Where have you been when Nigerians are being pie in Benue, are being pie in Bonu, are being pie in Jos? Where were you? Oh, you have not arrived because the people that you said they are not intelligent, they're taking you aside because you are irrelevant and so docile, like I don't know how, like a whale that is just swimming. He's so docile, he doesn't know what is coming after him. That is the kind of person you are. Why can't you just wake up from the blues
They ask you a question. Are you part of people? Do you know how the party was formed? You couldn't even ask the question. Do you know who formed the party? You cannot even answer it. But you are aggrieved because they didn't come the way you needed them to come, so that come and rob your pocket with some money. The money you paid for candidacy as a presidential aspirant for ADC. Where were you? Did you campaign? Did you go to the breadth of the country? Did you go to the west, the north, the middle belt to campaign? You think Nigerians are fools? All of you who collect tickets from a party that we don't even know where they are from, whether they are from Togo or Benin. You will not come here and say you are a party, you are a party flag bearer. You think it's peanut they use in contesting any presidential election all over the world? You think it's peanut? You just wake up. Like that one wake up in Edo State, who is a teacher in one school. He said he want to become governor. I don't know how people see all these things. Because you see them, people just come, you grab opportunity and go in there. You feel that the same opportunity is still available. So just come and grab it and go. Then the next thing you tell us that, oh, I went there and this was not like the way I said it. All of you are just pretenders. All those people that just come from the blues. As if you can just become a doctor tomorrow. You just wake up, I'm a doctor. You won't go through the road, the pathway that will lead you to become a doctor. You think you can just become a president without you not going through the pathway, without you not learning a lot of things that you need to know. You think you just sit down in your room and start talking. This is how Nigeria will be fixed. Oh, that is how Nigeria will be fixed. Oh, that was how America was fixed. Oh, that is how England was fixed. You think you don't have distractors? Can you fight the distractors that will come after you? You cannot become a senator or be a lawmaker. People that are very strong in terms of democracy. These are people that hold the pillars of democracy, the legislators. And you cannot go there. You want to come and become president because there's a lot of money there to steal. All of you that wake up, you call yourself 30 years old. You are not fit to become even a governor in Nigeria because you are not educated in terms of democracy. How democracy is being run. You are not educated. You need to go through the rudiments. Stop playing pranks with Nigerians. You want to play according to regalia so that somebody will come and pick you. Oh, this one they talk well. You know what they talk. He doesn't know any damn thing. Go and look at what is being entailed in some other countries. They go through a lot of roads. They end up becoming senators. They work fine there. After working fine there, after learning a lot of things, they deem it very right. They make themselves available for the party so that you can even go through it and be selected to come in for primaries. You don't just wake up when you don't have anything upstairs. You think what you read on the book is it to apply in the Nigerian state where you have a lot of vampires around? You think Obi just woke up overnight? You think Obi just woke up overnight and say, I want to be a president of Nigeria? Do you know the road he went through in Anambra State? Can you go through that road? Most of you will come out here and become talking about Obi down every time. Look at that catch-all. They ask him about Obi. He just blow down one side. This man has been paid. Nobody can tell me that he has not been paid. He has been paid. Because when they were doing this amalgamation or what they call the coalition, we have been talking about coalition. I put it upon my head that there's nothing wrong with coalition. Coalition have a principle. And when you break that principle, you cannot have your way. And Obi is going through the principles. And I believe he's going to have his way at the end. Because this coalition is not there just to come and it's going to be easy like that to grab power. You need a man that the whole Nigerians can look up to as a light. It's not Atiku. They know if Atiku comes in, he's going to break the ADC. Do you know that Atiku was the main problem? And Atiku is part and parcel of the main problem in APC, in PDP. Do you know that? Do you think people that came here, they come and play one policy? Oh, let's one Hausa man come and rule. I've told you all. This thing, Tinubu has played the card. Tinubu knows what's going to happen. He divided the country. If there is any coalition, if they make a mistake of taking the North. Forget, I told you, some of you will join Tinubu, some of you will join him. But I will never join him. I will sit and watch how the country will divide and finally will break it. In the 2 ways, I win. Because I will have a country that I will beat my chest and say, this is my country. That is what I want to speak in the world. I don't want the country where people can be killed at any time they go out. I don't want that. I'm not proud of it. That is what you should be thinking. We need a country that is very, where the stability of our democracy can be strong. If the democracy is not strong, you cannot develop economically. That is the main problem. And most of you are coming out here. I don't believe the coalition. When I said it yesterday, obedient can win election. Obedient cannot get to Aso Rock. Don't you people even sit down one day and think and critically analyze the issue? We have been seeing Obi should align. Obi heard us talking it. Obi has been preparing himself for this day because he knew this thing was going to happen. That was why many of us were blaming Obi. Obi, why are you shaking hands with these people? Why are you shaking hands with the past looters? Why are you doing this? Obi, is Obi going to bring angels from heaven to come and play politics in Nigeria? Is it not the same? All of them, 99% are looters. Who are you going to work with? Some obedient. Are they not looters? Are they not eating from the looting funds? Look, let us be very factual. How are you going to get the number one man there? So that we can actualize a lot of people. Most of you are talking about diaspora voting. Is Atiku going to do that? Most of you are talking about power. Is Atiku Mikano going to do that? Most of you are talking. Look, we should be straightforward. We should pray to God. We should fight with everything we got to be nominated as the presidential flag bearer. That is when the real battle starts. Because we have all the men that can do the dirty job. If you cannot say it, I will say it. We have all the men that can do the dirty job. What people knows, they know it. These men you see today that are sitting down there, they can split the military. They will split it. People will not be talking. The other time will do the thing. The INEC you see today, these men can split INEC if people want to go that way. These men, they know what it is. Only that they just want to keep it because it was just for the South. South contested. Atiku knew he was not going to win. He knew it because on paper, it was on gentleman agreement, it is South turn. The next one, 8 years, is not turn. You see Erifai saying it. If you don't do it that way, Nigeria will break. They know it's on a fragile pedestal. It will break. Most of you should learn. If you don't want to learn, you will learn the hard way. If this man Agbado comes in, you will so learn the hard way that you will never believe in your wildest dream. They don't drop part 1. If you got part 2, Promise 2, Tinubu, Promise 2. If he comes in, all of you, if you are shouting here, I will just be laughing at you. You ask, why Black Panther? Why are you laughing? Is it not your country? I'm laughing because of your idiocy in this issue. You don't want to learn. Go and learn how to play the politics well. You can dine with the devil, but dine with your brain. Obi, if he gets there, what we have been saying, we need that number 1 seat. That number 1 seat matters a lot. It's going to change the electoral law. 1, if you change the electoral law, all these politicians, all of them will die they will die natural death. So let us be smart in what we are talking. If you don't want Nigeria, just come openly. There are 2 ways. We need to do this election and make Obi there. Or we divide the country, let us go a separate way. It's not hard at all. If you want to talk down with me. But let's give the majority of Nigeria opportunity to make sure that they dig into democracy so that when we even split, we know what to do in our own country. So, my child, God bless you. If you are not with the coalition, you go and sit down and read books. Go and read. Thank you, Nigerians.
All right. Thank you, my brother Black Panther, for that wonderful submission. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, let's hear from Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Yeah, Mr. Harris, I greet you once again. Good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, God bless you. I greet my fellow panelists. God bless you all. Mommy Diaspora, once again, I greet you, man. God bless you greatly. And my fellow commenters and callers, Welcome. God bless you all greatly. You see, again, my brother, Mr. Black Panther, you know, on this matter, you know, we have, even though we are progressives and we are aligned on policy matters and everything, but on this issue of coalition, I disagree with you, and I'll continue to disagree with you on this one till the end. You know, I don't support the coalition. I'm not dumb. Okay, I don't support it. That is my position. I don't support it. And there are obedience like myself, many, perhaps in their millions, who don't support this coalition. Most of the reasons that I put forward yesterday, I talked about it yesterday, and I'm glad today that I've seen so many of them being repeated over and over and over again on mainstream media, on social media, even on this platform, all over. You see? And I want to appreciate the first speaker, Mr. Shaw, because he touched those areas that I spoke about yesterday, you know, and he even added something to it. As if, you know, we're just on the same, we have the same mind on this one. That is, sometimes we can agree, at least. And he said it, and I don't think I will even be able to say it better than him. He talked about the coalition, and he referenced 2014, 2015, what they did with the adoption of their presidential candidate from the get-go. At least it's not too far from the time they put up their coalition to the time that everybody knows who their candidate will be. And I'm expecting the same thing. If these people are serious, I don't support the coalition as it is, for the fact, it doesn't mean I'm coming to this Kashuku guy, this Dumebu Kashuku guy. You see, they find this angle of saying these are the people that have messed up Nigeria. But it is not meant for someone like him to be making that kind of, you know, to be putting that kind of reason forward. No, it's not in that box at all. This guy is not in that box at all. But with respect to presidential candidates, if these people are serious, even if you want to start giving them the benefit of doubt, even if you just want to start giving them the benefit of doubt that, okay, at the end of it all, we are all Nigerians. We just want Nigeria to work. At least for us, for our children, even for our unborn generation. That's okay. Let's give them the benefit of doubt. These are the tests that they must pass. These are simple tests. You've messed up Nigeria enough. And you want to prove to Nigerians that you are now, quote and unquote, born again. You are now a renewed set of people. You want Nigeria to work. There are simple tests that you have to prove it, that you must pass. One of them is this presidential candidate. If you are not crooked, if you are not coming to play the same old game, that for me, I know that is, unless I have to be proven wrong. And I'm praying to be proven wrong on this one. I'm just praying to be proved wrong. I want to be wrong on this one. And I meant it with every breath of me. I want to be wrong on this one, that these people have changed. That they will be new people. I don't believe so, but I want to be wrong. You have the gut, all of them gathered themselves together there yesterday. You all have the gut to adopt the interim national chairman. You have the gut to adopt the new interim national secretary for administrative purposes. Of course, we all know that. For all intent and purposes as well, you must also, within a short period of time, adopt your presidential candidate. You cannot joke around with that. Why? Because you must have plans and you must have ideology. You cannot tell us that as of today, you are going back to come with plans for Nigerians. Then that means you have not changed. We all know the plans of Mr. Peter Obi for Nigeria. We know Atiku. We know what Mr. Peter Obi stands for. It's political ideology. So what are you holding on to? What are you waiting for? You want to conduct primaries? You want to conduct primaries? Then you people should just, I have to borrow the words of my sister here. You people should just enter house. Just forget it. You cannot win any election. I'm saying it. You can't win. If your presidential candidate is not Mr. Peter Obi and you don't have the guts to make it clear that your body movement, the body language, even yesterday, should have been seen in that direction, that this is going to be your presidential candidate, then forget it. You can't win any election. I'm glad today that somebody on the national media broke down the state, the regions, how elections will be won. Exactly what I did here yesterday. How elections will be won in Nigeria. Talked about the sixth geopolitical zone. And people are talking about who is it? Atiku won only one region. Obi won two. And if they want to win election at all, you have to. That is just the game. There are people, there are strategists, people that are already in the room. They are talking about this. They are strategizing about this. It's about, at the end of the day, it's about numbers. Let us put sentiment all aside. Let's come back to the numbers. How geopolitics is going to work at the end of the day. Who is going to win where? What are you going to get from each of the regions? Where are you sure? Where are you likely? Where are the regions that you don't stand a chance, that you need to you have to work more, put more attention, spend more? All of those things are in play. You must know them. And that's what politics is all about. That's what politicians, what they call strategies. That's what they do.
Doctor, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So that I can continue. So now, you are talking about regions now, in a state where the dimension has changed, where hunger is everywhere, where anger is everywhere. You are talking about the region now. Is it not so? Tell me how in this state of problem in Nigeria, how region is going to work.
Wait.
Just tell me.
Wait now. Whether you like it or not, yes, Nigerians are facing it now, right? You cannot run to the bank and say, because Nigerians are facing it now, then the majority of Nigeria, you don't do your own work. You think you can run to the bank with those votes?
How won't they do their own work? Why should you bring that one into place?
Then let me talk.
Why should you bring that one into place?
Then that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have to know who you are bringing to the table that will allow you or give you a better chance to win states and regions. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm saying, this, what I'm just saying is that there are states that this crop of people, this crop of politicians that I saw yesterday, and I watched the video and I saw all of them that are at that whatever coalition meeting that they had yesterday. There are liabilities in some states. Some of them are pure liabilities in some states. They lost the former governor of Sokoto Sokoto State, who was the right-hand man of Atiku. He lost in that state. He lost. They lost the presidential election. They lost the governorship election. Tambua, in his state, he lost the governor. His party lost the governorship election. They lost the presidential election in that state. They are political liabilities. And the only thing that we've heard it, what they are looking for is Peter Obi's vote. That's what they are looking for. That is what is lacking. They are looking for Peter Obi's vote.
Okay, what about Peter Obi? What is he looking for?
So if they are looking for Peter, wait, I'm coming there.
Peter,
if they are looking for Peter Obi's vote, then make Peter Obi your presidential. Wait, make Peter Obi your president. Peter Obi is looking for the vehicle.
Peter Obi is looking for their vote, not with vehicle, everything. They're looking for it too.
Wait. Peter Obi essentially is looking for a reliable vehicle to use.
Is it not the same thing?
It's looking. See, they need him more than he needs them.
Now lie, yo. Now lie. Both of them, they need to marry themselves.
See, in 2023, they said he had no structure. They said he cannot win. They said they started by saying that it is only 4 people inside one corner in a room with internet that are destroying, just making noise on social media. That was what they told Nigerians, but it all fell flat. The idea that without structure, you cannot win an election in Nigeria, it has been decimated. They are aware of all of this. It has been decimated. The only thing on Peter Obi's side is that they need to work more. Yes, there are lapses where they need to work more. But the idea that without structure, you cannot win election in Nigeria, that has been buried. One. The idea that the North is where the vote in, without North, you cannot win election in Nigeria, that has been buried in 2023. The idea that the North is the most populous, and that is where you will get the most vote. That idea.
Okay, Oga Jonathan, should Peter Obi go and form a party on his own and win election?
Wait. The reason behind that is that it's not going to happen because INEC, the incumbent, will not allow that.
Why are you rejecting the coalition?
What I'm saying, I'm rejecting. Wait now. I'm not. It's when you say one is rejecting the coalition. You see, you must. Why can't? Okay, this man who is talking. Let me leave that one now because it's like it's taking too much time. Let me go to this Dumebi guy who is talking. See, everybody have said it. Is a no-brainer. He's just a disgruntled politician. He just wants to be respected. He wants them to recognize him. That's all he's looking for. He's a disgruntled politician. Relevant questions have been asked. I just want to add this to it. Since 2023, if he's not aligning with Mr. Tinubu, the APC, I've not seen him as an opposition. I've not seen him as they are the set of politicians that only pops up when election is when it is 1 year to election time. If not for this coalition, you will not hear him. The only time you will hear him, you will see his face again. He will be using money to go and buy 30 minutes, 40 minutes on national TV, on mainstream media, will be when it gets to April, by this time 2026, when it is 6-7 months to election. You won't see them. What are your positions on all the policies that has brought Nigeria to where we are now since 2023? What are your positions? What are your opposition? If you don't, none, we don't know you. We have not heard anything, your statement about policies of this government, meaning that you are okay with it. As an opposition, you have not spoken. There is nowhere that you have spoken vehemently on all the policies. One of them, just one of the policies of Mr. Tinubu. You have not profiled solutions. If you agree with him, we have not seen you come out and say, okay, I agree with this policy. If you disagree with him, you have not come out to say, I don't agree with these policies and these are my own positions. These are what I'm proposing. You are just popping out from nowhere now. So this one is just and see, there are only, for this coalition, I want coalition to work. And Mr. Peter Obi said it previously. He said he's not going to join a coalition of criminality. And I want to be proven wrong that this one is not a coalition of criminality. That it is not a coalition for you just to get power. These are people who just want to get power. Don't let our emotion or sentiment, impact or affect our judgment here. These are just people who are desperate for powers. I equate them to a man. If you have your house, because these are the cheap arguments I've been hearing for those that are supporting them today, that they are bad, but you have to bring them back on again. People that have brought Nigeria to where Nigeria is today. I equate them to a situation where if you have your house and you employ a handyman to come and fix some things in your house, or even a contractor to build you something, a house or whatever, and he messed up. He messed up, but you must build it. You know that this is not negotiable. This house or this project must be done. Nigeria must be built. Nigeria must be where it's not disputable. That's what we all want. And in your own case, the handyman or the contractor has messed up. And then you went ahead again and employed the same handyman to come and fix it. If that is not stupidity or insanity, I don't know what it is. Because your project must be done, because your house must be built, you will employ another person. It is not that same person that have messed it up in our own personal individual life. So it is in our national life for our country. It doesn't have to be these people. They can be there as mentors, as leaders or advisors, but not to say they want to hold positions. Okay, what stopped Kenneth Okonkwo from saying that he wants to be president? He was talking yesterday. He said they did their due diligence. Due diligence. When Dumebi said he's threatening to go to court, if you do what you know what is due diligence? You are a lawyer. If you have done your due diligence, someone like this one will have been tracked even before you get to this level. And I know your response to that. Because I know Kenneth Okonkwo is going to be asked this question. And his response is going to be that Dumebi is nobody. Dumebi is irrelevant. He's just shouting. He's not going to do anything. Guess what, Mr. Okonkwo? You know. Let me just round up with this. You know and you know better that even a cleaner in a political party headquarters can cause problem as long as it's a card-carrying member of that party. It can cause problem. And it can be a tool to be used, a useful one. It can become a useful idiot to the likes of Mr. Tinubu. So I think let's be guided. I don't think there are simple tests that they must pass. Very simple one. Let them go ahead and adopt their presidential candidate. Let us know. At least within a short period, within a reasonable time frame. And what is reasonable time frame to me is 60 days, 90 days. Let us know who their presidential candidate is going to be. If they try to do primaries, if they attempt it, then anybody who is still talking about coalition, then you have no idea of how we got to where we are. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you. The last person on the panel is Tiobala. I appreciate you all right there. Just do your part by pressing on the like and help us to share. Let's hear from Tiobala. Tiobala, it's good to have you on the show. Thank you, my brother, for joining us. Good evening to you. Talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Najawaj, Mr. Jonathan, Black Panther, and everyone on the panel, on the comment section, rather. I greet you all. I totally disagree with you, Mr. Jonathan, majority of your points. In addition to that, also with some of the callers regarding the issue of this coalition and all of that, I really do not know what Nigeria wants. This is one of the issue I was raising then during the Edo State election, that we have a common enemy. Otherwise, the person there now would have taken that position. If Labour, PDP, and other political party comes together, knowing fully well that it's not just about election that is taking place in Edo State, it's not just about Baseki or whatever, but everything geared towards 2027. And the man, as we speak today, is promising 3 million votes, 2.something million votes that will be coming out from Edo State, and he's going to deliver. How? They will write result as usual. Now, this is a state that PO won during the 2023 general election. Do you think going forward 2027, if Peter Obi decide to run alone, we even get half of that vote he got in Edo State? It's not going to be possible, where the lions and tigers are all over the place. In what's it called, River State, the state is going to happen. What about Delta State? Currently, they all moved to APC. Where are they going to get the vote from? So when you are doing your political permutation, you should put so many factors into consideration. Today, there is need for coalition, whether you like it or not. If Peter Obi decide to run alone, he will get half of the vote he got last day. I promise you that. Reason being that many persons believe there was a change in the electoral system. Yakubu promised the entire nation that he's going to deliver on a free and fair. Many Nigerians rushed to pull in a center to go and collect their PVC and all of that. On the day of election, many of us send money home. We send money for T-shirt, campaign, and many others. We reach out to different persons. People who have not known Labour Party before, we told them about Labour Party. They came out en masse to vote for the person of Peter Obi. Now, there is an issue. Why? Because many of us who did that during the 2020 general election, we don't have that Z. Whether you like it or not, that Z has been dropped. How? They believe that no matter what they are going to do, they are still going to ring it. What's the essence of me coming out? It happened in those states. After election, you saw them where they rewrite result, as in pursue many persons out of the room, go to court. In 2027, in 2018, or rather, when Tinubu contest for this position, the person of Buhari was no longer contesting at that point. So it was a kind of, I don't care for Buhari. Today, the person in power is the person of Tinubu, whether you like it or not. This person is a master of politics. Whether crook or whatever you may call it, I don't care. This person knows what he's doing. And this person is the chief commander, or whatever you want to describe this person, of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This person is what, if PO decide to run on his own, for instance, like using the Labour Party, is going to run against. As we speak right now, APC want Labour Party to stand. Why? Because they believe if Labour Party decide to run on this incoming election 2027, and PDP decide to present a candidate or other party, definitely what happened in 2023 general election was going to repeat itself. You all agree with me that the total population of persons in Nigeria who collected their PVC, they are also about 90, or let me just say minimum 70 or 60 million persons. Over to just about 20 or 30 million persons that came to vote. And out of that 30 million, the current president did not even win half of it. But because of the divided vote, there is that this mass make his way to the presidential seat. We all agree, or we all know, that some of these persons coming together and to form this coalition, yes, they might not be the sense you guys are looking for. The same message, even Madam Irene printed the same message during the Edo State general election. And this was the reason. You will not have the sense. Even during the Buhari regime, Rotimi was the minister. You remember what Rotimi said, that this man Buhari is not hearing word, like he doesn't listen. If Nigeria are ready, if they are ready to take that power, they should come out and all of that. He said something like that. What am I trying to say in essence? That these are the same person coming out now. Okay, say, okay, they are tired of this government. We all clamor on this platform every day that those people who have destroyed this country, who have done this, who have done that, they should repent and come back and repair this country. Everybody unanimous to do this thing together. And majority of them are not coming together. Let's assume with good intention, are not coming together and that's okay. This current government have plot the nation into what we call comatose. Nothing is working in the country. So what do? Should we just allow this man to just say true again in 2027 because we don't like the person of Rotimi Amechi or because we don't like the person of Erufai, whatever? No. I keep saying it. The most important person or the person, most important person we need in this coalition now is the head. If, for instance, the person is going to pilot the affairs of the coalition to be the presidential candidate, and have the conscience, the empathy of the people, no matter what, and he had the action to back it up, everything will gradually fall in place. Let's also support what Mr. Alabo said during the time he called in. Everything will fall in place. We cannot just allow, rather, we cannot preempt what they have in stock. We want to know the plans. Who is going to win, help them win election in those states, in Delta and all of that. We can't say that now. They are in the process of what we call coalition. And there are many thoughts, many things going on there. You cannot just be revealing your plan to the masses at the moment. P.O. tweeted on his page, the time to take back Nigeria is now. With all those exciting message of hope, for it to have been tweeting all those things, meaning there is something they are talking behind the scene. In addition to that, Aisha Yusuf also said the same thing in one of her videos. If they are not having an assurance of having the same purpose of, making Nigeria a better place, I don't believe they're just coming together with such, at least, confidence to say whatever thing they are currently saying right now, even in their tweet and all of that. So it's important that we all should know that, the era of blaming people one way or the other is not now. It will come when it comes to the era of primary, when each of those persons who are vying for the position, started bringing up their ideas. Okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Definitely, they will not just hand over the primary to the ticket to Peter Obi just like that. It's not going to be done anyway. That one or two persons will present their idea. Because this is what they want. Just for I don't know, for some clarification, the non-tenant, they are not after power come 2027 based on mutual agreement. They believe that the person of Buhari did 8 years. The certain person now is currently on his 4 years. Definitely, the power will naturally suppose or will swing to the certain part. It is then they will not look for who is going to spearhead the affair. With the way the person of Edilo Menai was even praising Peter Obi, that of yesterday, it shows that there's a momentum growing up under. So we should be careful the way we preempt some decision and some things we do. Like one of the video you played here regarding when we're talking about the age. See, this is where most of us are getting it wrong regarding some others age. See, nation is not just all about age. There are some persons who are in their 30s, who are in their 20s. They have no idea on how the nation should be run. There are persons who are in their 70s, 60s, and all of that. They have good ideas as well. So it's not about age. It's about the age of your idea. If the age of your idea matters, definitely everything will flow, right? It will follow. That's why we need to hear from all these persons. What are you bringing to the table? What are your solution to agriculture, electricity, human capital, many others, military, and so on? So I support this coalition. I believe is the right step in the right direction, because 2027 is not 2023 general election, where you see youth coming out en masse, it's not. And many Nigerians who are looking for saints, I bet you will not see that. And even you yourself that is looking for saints, go and check your secondary school, your primary, your university days, or the current age you are. You find out that you have done one or two things that is wrong. Because I saw one video, even that, even the very dark man show, I watched, sorry, Nigeria, because he did not play it, so I shouldn't be making reference, but in one of his videos, he's a man I respect so much, but he's talking about people don't have integrity, this and that. But this same person, see, if they see trace back his own roots, one way or the other, this person have also done the worst at the back, in the past. But should we use the past to judge your present? Because if, for instance, you came out clean today, that what I have done in the past is wrong. Today, I'm not a new person. I want the better things to happen for the country. Why not? We all, one way or the other, have made mistakes. Should we just leave Nigeria to just die for the hand of the Tinubu and his government? We can't. We need people. We need people. Most importantly, like question Mr. Naija asked today, if Peter Obi win, for instance, he maybe run on Labour Party or whatever party he run alone. If he wins today, for instance, all things being equal, definitely he will rule. Because the president or the current one will have to leave the office at a certain time, and he will be the president. He can use his own veto power if he wants. And at that point, Nigeria will be behind that presidency if it's the person Nigeria voted into power. Otherwise, many things will happen. Because it will be the charge of the army, the charge of the police, and all of that. He cannot give decision to go and be unlively people like what they did at Lekki Tollgate. It can't happen. Because we have the commander-in-chief, who the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria voted into power. So we should not just from today conclude what is going to happen in maybe in 2029, 2028. After the election. No. The policies on governance is totally different when it comes to that. And the strategy of winning an election is totally different. And the process of forming a coalition is also totally different. So it's important for us to know that at least it's good we criticize, it's good we scrutinize, but it's also good for us to also shift our sword, at least use some level of parameters when screening your candidate, or when screening the political parties you want to use. Even during 2023 general election, Peter Obi run with some criminal-minded people. 2023 general election, we saw one of them that was being convicted, and he paid some fine, and he worked with the person of Peter Obi. Valentine Ozigbo worked with Peter Obi. These are criminal-minded people who do not believe, who are sentimental to their own selfish benefit and all of that. Why are they not leaving? Why are they not leaving the Labour Party and going to APC and many other persons like that? Why they all have? See, the point here is this: it's not the other persons running around; it's the person spearheading the affair. So it's important for us to know where we are going. The division we are creating. This one side did not support the coalition with all those colours and all of that. If you did not support the coalition, what did you not support? One of them called in and said that Peter Obi should just run on that Labour Party. Who is Labour Party? Do you still know Labour Party? The Labour Party we know in 2023 is not the same Labour Party of today. PDP now is in comatose, destroyed, no return. Wike on his own have destroyed that party. Nigeria is now a one-party state. We are looking forward to forming a formidable opposition. If people are saying no to formidable opposition, is it Labour Party that does not have whether you like it or not, Labour Party does not have structure. The fact that we, the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, came out to vote does not mean that is a structure. If not, at least those manipulations they did in Lagos and many other places, they would have been able to do it. If we have capable men to map all the units, INEC offices and all of that. Nigeria is not a sane society where everything flows naturally. You argued yesterday, Mr. Jonathan, what happened in the United States regarding these big, beautiful bills. I watched it live today. You will see something going on transparent manner. How the Democrats were voting, how the Republicans were voting and all of that. You will see it live. You see the total number. Only 2 Republicans that did not vote for the big, beautiful bills. Why am I saying all of this? You see transparency. Nigeria is not in a state society whereby you see similar things like that. The only time I've witnessed a actually near transparent election was the second term of person of Governor Obaseki. We saw it on the INEC portal as they were uploading. You see the votes. Everything was matching with what they were calling at the polling units, matching up with what they have in the INEC portal. But now it's not the same. There will be a technical glitch because they believe many Nigerians are not aware of what they are talking about. Because they told us that their data is being hacked or the infrastructure, they use AWS infrastructure. That's what they told us. I know somebody came at that period, told us how they come, the structure, everything, the transmission, everything. And we all know, if you're a solution architect, you know that no matter what, if one machine is down, if you are using auto scaling, there's supposed to be another one that will be up. So, and in transmitting results, you are not using just one availability zone. There are ways you replicate your data at different points. No matter if one is down, the other one will be up. But they lied to Nigeria that there was a glitch. And that is not how AWS designed the architecture. I said they just believe that Nigerians are fool. We don't ask questions. Otherwise, they should have bring Mahmoud to the center table, ask what kind of infrastructure did you design it and all of that. And we are still preparing to go into 2027 general election with the same minded on electoral reform. Nothing is working. No, please support this coalition and let's present the person of the likes of Peter Obi to pilot the affairs. Thank you.
All right. The beautiful thing about it is everybody have given their submission. Thank you very much.
Well, Mr. Elvis, I thought, anyways,
you will speak, sir. Let me talk now. You will speak.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. You see, I was waiting for everybody to talk. Make I first add to it again. But I'd like to start with a comment that somebody left. Isaac, you left a comment. You said, without coalition, it will be difficult to defeat Tinubu. I want to say, Isaac, I support you 100%, and I want to say why. Listen, guys, for those of us, if you want to be against this coalition because of the figures or character that are currently, or rather in that group, I will understand. But sometimes you need these people to get what you want. If we have to come to Peter Obi to do this alone, you and I know we don't need to argue about it. Peter Obi will not become president in Nigeria. It's not possible. It's not. Even Peter Obi himself, where they support, know that he cannot do it. Even though the whole Nigeria support Peter Obi, except Nigerians support Peter Obi violently. I repeat, except Nigerians support Peter Obi alone violently. But the Nigerians that you know today, they be like people who want to support Peter Obi violently for your eye. And you want Peter Obi to go do it alone. He cannot do it alone. Then lastly, you know these politicians, none of them have respect for Peter Obi. They believe Peter Obi is the kind of person that they can use, they can dump, they can insult, they can treat anyhow they like. So, in 2027, they go bully him, enter house. They'll bully you and I, enter house. But listen, you see all those people who they see, so they say, If you don't want to make your money loss, you go give thief, make it hold on for you. If you don't know what that one, make go digest them by yourself. If you don't want to make your money lost, the person will not say they your ass and say that thief. That money, your kukuma go give and say, where you, Kingsley, Osifo, Idemudia, take this money, help me hold on. That money not go ever lost because you don't already give him. Because if you give another person, now him go thief him. But as you give him, you hold on, not go thief him. With the kind of people that is behind this coalition, Tinubu is safe. I tell and say, out attack, not the cash out for inside room. Mona, you get her for mine. Not be the same people put her for power. Where do they talk now? And the same people put her there now. Not be the day against her. So now they bring her, come, they can't remove him. May they remove him. Same with many of us that is angry. Peter Obi shouldn't have joined and all that, blah, blah, blah. Peter Obi cannot do it alone. Let's be honest. He cannot do it alone. He go do it alone. He go win. But he cannot be allowed to rule. Let's say it how it is. Nigerians that I know today go you make noise for social media and enter house. If they ring out again for Peter Obi head. Nigerians go on there. Some of them will be doing it for content creation. They'll use and say make money, do left and right. Now lie, they're not good. You don't go see them for grand. So why are we willing to go through the long lane again? Now my take with that, I understand the debate is still going on. People are agreeing, disagreeing, and all that. But at the end, all of us will come together. I appreciate every one of you, my people. We're going to have our final submission right now, so we can close. Since we're not plenty for you, I'll give her 5 minutes. Yes, sir.
I want to, if you give me time, I want to respond to Mr. Tiobala because he, and then also one of the commenters. I was reading.
Okay, now your final submission, you want your give so. Okay. After your Black Panther, yes,
okay,
go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Let me respond to him expressly on this. You see, first of all, the guy on the comment section, Isaac, he said, anyone not supporting the coalition is a supporter of Tinubu. He went further. He said, anyone not supporting the coalition is an enemy of Nigeria. That is Isaac. My response to you is that you are clueless. Absolutely clueless. My response to you further again is that I don't think you understand the politics of Nigeria. I will just leave it because of time. Because even if to respond to you fully, I will exhaust my time so that I can make my point clear for people to understand. But I will just say that I think you are clueless. You don't understand the Nigerian politics. With respect to Mr. Tiobala, you see, I don't understand the moral equivalence between someone who stole his mother's money or his father's money while in school, or who did something wrong while in school, to a politician who loots Nigeria dry, continue to loot, who have looted Nigeria, the Commonwealth. I don't understand the moral equivalence between the two. I don't. So that is not a point to be to even take or to kind of swallow. Also, the comparison, the apple and orange comparison. Again, I don't understand. I find it difficult to know how people see Nigerian politics. The way we see Nigerian politicians, that they just pop up when it is election time. So are many Nigerians too, that they pop up also when hot matters comes up. That they don't follow Nigerian politics bumper to bumper. To borrow that word, but like as in closely on a daily basis. And and then when someone who is following Nigerian politics, meticulously, religiously is talking, somebody will just pop up from somewhere and be talking. You're talking about time in governance between the North and the South. The Northerners that is not the equation of the Northerners. Completely wrong. You are out of line. The equation of the Northerners is not about The South is there now, they will complete their 80. Where do you get that from? They have said it consistently. Their calculation and their estimation starts from 1999. Till date, as far as they are concerned, the South has governed for 16 years. The North is 10 years. The first equation, Atiku himself, he said it when with Wike. How many times did he say that? Those are his arguments. In 2023, they first of all want to match up. First of all, let's first of all level up. Then we start talking about region or rotation. Let's first of all match up. You have used 16 years. If you can't boost now, it's 15 years. It's 16 years. The North, Buhari 8, and then Yaradua 2. That's 10. The South, Obasanjo 8. Jonathan combined 5. That's 13. In fact, it is even more than 16 by the time Mr. Tinubu is done for the South. That is their position. That's where they are coming from. That is why their argument is that they want the power back. They want that. They want to equate it and balance it. Then we start talking. As far as they are concerned. Then when you talk about divided votes, people have talked about it on this platform. That's why I said people who don't follow Nigerian politics, they just pop up when some matters arise and then they think they will just come and throw it there. No, you have to be holistic. You must be holistic in your analysis. Otherwise, the analysis will be faulty. When you talk of votes in Nigeria, that votes are divided. People will say votes are divided. That is talking with 10 sides of the mouth all at the same time. In one breath, you will say INEC rigged election. In another breath, you will say the votes were divided. If the votes were divided, then INEC did not rig the election. Pure and simple. If you are alluding to the fact that votes were divided, and that is what the crooked APC wants you to believe, and you are believing that, you are inside that trap, that if we rigged it enough, if we rigged it to a certain extent and enough, people will believe that votes were divided, that it was not rigged. There's nothing like that. Yes, of course, people vote different ways, but it is not because of vote division that made Tinubu to win. Tinubu won because it was rigged, period. And if you are using that analysis, then believe INEC declared result as well. Believe it 100%. You cannot, you can't stay on the ground that the votes were divided and at the same time INEC rigged the election. You can't do that. You cannot eat your cake and have it both ways. No. So those are the critical points area that I completely, disagree with you. And then the idea that we are facing a common enemy. All these people too, in this so-called coalition, all these people in this so-called coalition too, they are enemies of Nigeria. And if everybody have right to his or her own opinion, but time will tell. We will all be vindicated or otherwise with time. Who is the enemy of Nigeria? Who is the supporter of Tinubu? And that time is very short. Don't worry, we will get there. Because if anybody would tell me that these crops of people that came together, that they will all align together for whatever reason, they will just align together, all of them. Well, again.
All right, Mr. Jonathan, I guess we'll not give you more than 78 years now to
thank you. I appreciate that. Let me leave it for that for now. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Black Panther, final, 2 minutes.
I bet you give me a small minute too.
Okay, 5
minutes.
Niger
watch. You see, most of us, we not really sit down. More think well. Now the problem will get be that we they come from the angle of the popular. oh, these people are notorious. We all know that. Don't preach that to us. Coalition does not know that. What coalition need is how are we going to get this election back from these notorious people. And APC is an enigma. And we are here talking about Baba Lagbaja go thief carrots for market. You voted. You won the election. You didn't get to Aso Rock. What is the way to Aso Rock? I said it here. We need coalition. People come. We don't need any coalition. Obi go win the election. Obi won. What do you do? Obi must tell us to come outside. Is that the way you fight for your own country? Is Obi the owner of Nigeria? Does it not belong to every one of us? Why are we now trying to lecture people that know what we are saying? We know, look, what is the pathway to get that power? Because you need that power to execute every good things in your head. And you need the right person to sit there. You cannot come out now when you have the opportunity. The thing I supposed to be hearing from every one of us now is that to draw the pattern how Obi is going to exercise and how Obi must be nominated. Support to be for nomination, to be nominated to carry the party flag. We are all scattering the house. That is what we are doing. Because you cannot win election with the way Nigeria is built. You cannot win it. How many times are we going to tell you people? You say Nigeria are docile. Okay, we are docile. Obi knows it. Then let us carve a way to dine with the devil and see if they will not align with us. Because if I'm the president of Nigeria, I give you voting, the diaspora vote. I give you good electoral law. Everything electronics, damn. If they come, if they see for board. No more paper writing. Will that not be okay for us to drive the democracy and drive Nigeria to a place? Because if you have a constant democracy that the people are involved in, you can drive anything. You can drive anything because anybody cannot truncate it. Even if you want to truncate it, it will be minimal. Now, what if we put Obi there? That is the mindset everyone's supposed to be having, so that we push this man in, so that they will all do it, because we know these people are stubborn. If you don't push, if they do, you know that these people are thief, blah, 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 they will take it. They will give, and we all lose. We'll come to round table, and don't go show us pepper. That time will begin to blow grammar. Let's throw away the technocrat that you have. Let's use critical reasoning and study the situation. We know the antecedents. What are they saying now? Let us use their words against arrange, and let us have a plan B. Now, do you know one thing that occurred to me? I made a call to one of my political friends. He's a big wig PDP in Lagos. He might probably go for House of Rep National. I asked him, why is it that people are saying, why are they blocking the old PDP from forming, their coalition from forming another political party? They say if they form a political party, they will be able to drag Obi in. They'll be able to drag Obi in. But they will stop them from not getting that. They will use INEC. But if Obi form a party, they will allow me. While I was talking about Obi, sorry, 10 seconds. I need to drive this home. I was saying that Obi cannot, they will not allow Obi, but the guy told me that they would have allowed Obi to form a party so that he can separate the vote for them and they'll grab power. That is it. We should support Obi for Obi to be the flag bearer. That is all we need. My people, all the people who go drive home, stop all those Agbero from not executing anything. They are now with us. We need them. Thank you, Nigeria. God bless you. We should critically reason. Don't tell us the story that we know about. Tell us what we don't know.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I like the debate. That's how it's supposed to be anyway. Something like this cannot just happen. Everybody will just be jumping up left or right. No. Obviously, I know that this coalition of a thing is the people there, to be honest, is only Peter Obi I can remove. Every other person there I cannot do with them. I can't deal with them. None of them. But if you check out my people, make una look on left and right, or una look on well. Yes, everybody want Peter. Most people want Peter Obi to just go alone. Some people even reach out to me privately. Peter Obi would have just opened his own, register his own party. And after all, he won the election in the past, and the people will support him, and he will win again. I say yes, he will win again, but will he be allowed to rule? That's the only area they ask on a question. All these tigers are lions where they with Obi, so where they want gather, where they gather, do everything together. So the Tinubu not fit there saying what deal with all of them. How? So that's what I'm looking at. Let everybody look at that together. But I'm not here to convince you. Don't let me say I convincing at that time for Peter Obi and all that. You can support whoever you want to support, but before you start supporting anybody, you have to think twice. That's all I have to say. Chiobala, give us your final submission, sir. 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, let me start by saying this. Those who stole their mother's money, if not repented, we end up stealing the nation's wealth. That's just by the way. I also want Nigeria to also know there is what we call mutual agreement. Just rather what they call gentleman's agreement. Though it's not constitutional, in Nigeria politics, everybody is allowed to contest. So the reason why Peter Obi proposed 110 bid is because of this gentleman's agreement. Believing that within that space of time, he will be able to fix the major one, which is the electoral law, electricity, at least security, and many others, which I believe he can do within that space of time. Why? Because if he proposed 210, there will be a chaos in terms of that gentleman's agreement. Though it's not constitutional, but it's a mutual understanding. That is the reason why the past election in those states, the majority of the votes go to the Edo Central. Gentleman's agreement. We are Africans. That is what we believe in. In 2023 general election, the total number of registered voters stood at 93.47 million. Total number of PVC collected was about 87.2 million thereabouts, making a total of 93%. Out of that 87 million, of the number of persons that collected PVC, because of suppression, lack of trust, only 25 million, which a total of about 28%, cast their votes for presidency. So you will agree with me, inside that 25 million, Peter share 1, Atiku share 1, Tinubu share 1. Yes, Peter Obi won the election. INEC also ring the election, whichever way, it doesn't matter. What matters here is the fact that for those who have won election over time, majority of the people, majorly it was two-party system. And when I mean two-party, two major political parties that have been in play. But we're having 3 major political parties, and 2 of those 3 major political parties are from one political party. Peter Obi is from PDP. Take it or leave it. Kwankwas also share from that vote. From where? PDP. Atiku share from that vote. From where? PDP. Then those set of persons, no matter the manipulation that APC would have done, if all those people come together, they would have been able to defeat that person. Remember, Buhari did perform woefully. So many Nigerians did not even have that confidence of APC. But Peter, Labour, and PDP, they share their votes. You listen to one of the video Nigeria Watch showed yesterday or day before yesterday regarding one of our brother Peter. He said it that he voted Kwankwaso, rather Atiku before, that was in 2015 or so, because he believes he's a lesser evil. That is how many Nigerians believe in all those Nigerian political parties. So the idea that he believed that Peter Obi should run on his own, Kwankwaso should run on his own, and Atiku should run on his own, and at the end of the day, he want to defeat Tinubu. I believe we are playing. I don't want to use any negative word or something. So, in my own opinion, coalition is very good if they can come to a mutual agreement, if they believe that they need to zone the power back to the SAT. The way forward for Nigerians or for the political parties, for them to adopt at least somebody from the SAT. At least for 110B, there's nothing wrong with that. Then we move from there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother Tiobala, for your submission. I appreciate you. Our final, Mr. Dubisi, thanks for just coming in. I'm only going to give you 2 minutes, sir, because we are rounding up now to talk to us. Good evening to you. Please go ahead. 2 minutes.
Good evening, Nigeria Wash. I just want to thank everybody for their contribution. I've been busy. I wanted to join earlier, but I couldn't. I just want to say that there have been reactions concerning the coalition. It's still early days. I'm sure they are still discussing so many things, and they are aware of the shortfalls that may happen and how to avoid the problem of 2023 and even the way Nigeria perceived the APC merger of 2013-2014 that brought them to power. So I think those things will be discussed. And if they really are all serious to save Nigeria, not just to grab power, they should all shed away some of their ambitions and sacrifice for the country, and look at all possible opportunities of who is obviously the people's choice, and they know who the people's choice is. And then, like Jonathan said earlier, they have to make their choice much clearer earlier, so that the dust will settle and will begin to move forward. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak.
All right.
Meanwhile, I think we saw Dati there as well. Dati was there yesterday. I saw one of that video clip that I saw Dati.
Dati was there.
I've already confirmed that morning. Yes.
Okay, and that is a strong indication as well. Yes, it's a strong indication that something is going to happen. The only thing is that let them all be sincere. Let there be sincerity of purpose, and I think they will succeed.
All right.
Now, can I give this information so that we will be very aware? Yes, quickly. My people, coalition do not go for primaries. Coalition do not go for primaries. If they go for primaries, to break the coalition. Coalition is a in-house agreement to all come out and face the common enemy. That is coalition. Now, that's what I want to pass out. Now, everybody should know.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. I want to use the opportunity to appreciate all my panelists that came in today. Thank you so much, Black Panther, Mr. Jonathan, Chiobala, Oga DBC. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, everyone right there. Someone calling in. I don't close. I know they pick call again this time. Please, let's respect these boundaries. I beg, make una just know. And I remember that after 10 p.m., we're not a pick call. So I want to start it all over again from tomorrow. After 10 p.m., if you call in, I'm not picking your call. Have that in mind. And if you want to join the panel, I can see Mr. Alabo, you're asking for a link. If I post link now, you know how many people will come back to the panel again. We don't do that now. Please, once we post the link, we would offer post since around 7 p.m. I'll be 8 p.m. since I now want to repost again. You know, if you want to come in, please join us on time, get your link, and you know, prepare to come if you want to come in. Not when we do the close, somebody else will not come in and all that. You know, it doesn't help me myself. You know, remember, say that's past I the UK now, but I still need to spend time with family as well. It's very, very important for me. You know, I appreciate every one of you, my people. And God bless you now. I appreciate everyone that called in as well today, Mr. Black Panther. You called in, Mr. Alabo, me, and Madam Debbie also called in. Ogawale, you called in as well. God bless you. Those of you that supported the channel today, thank you so much. Kenny Rondon, thank you. Osam Girl Mede, thank you. Madam Peggy Body, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all right there. Mother for Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you for all that you do. Thanks for always being there for us. Thank you, Abu Azi. God bless you, sir. I appreciate you always for all that you do. Sandam, I can see you. Shidima, thank you so much. Our Jim Nation, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, right there. Then, who again? Isaac, thank you. Casey, and many others. Best months, I can see you, sir. I want us to understand that our debate now will not a quarrel. If you agree, you disagree, let's just take it as a normal thing and you are entitled to it. But remember, it's still one goal. How we want to rescue Nigeria from the hands of Tinubu and his satanic cabinet, or including his supporters. That's the goal. Tinubu should be a one-term president. That's the mission. You know, so that Nigerians can breathe. At the moment, Nigerians are not breathing. So anyhow, to achieve this, I'm not supposed to say may too much argument day like that. Anyhow, to achieve this, there shouldn't be. After all, how Tinubu to achieve it? Tinubu win election, will be president today. So if we are arguing, let's always think holistically and know what we want. Yes, you don't need to remind me, say the people in that coalition say that they are part of the people that destroyed Nigeria. You don't need to remind me. I already know. I know. Yes. But between you and I, you also know Peter Obi can never rule if you have to do it alone. You don't already know that one. So don't let us argue over it. You know, let's have reasons to work together and see how we can rescue Nigeria. I don't want us to be divided. That's my take. I don't want us to be divided. If not only Peter Obi your renew, just register new this thing now, new party. If you see the way that Tinubu come for they happy. If you see all their satanic supporters on social media that have platforms that be making videos every day, mocking him already. Tell me, you don't see any of them don't make video since yesterday. Tell me any Tinubu people who don't make video, who don't come out, who don't come talk. I'm talking on social media. Boala can't talk today and it was blabbing. You don't even know what you want to talk. These people, it's not about guy dream. They can't do anything. All these things are just may not be like say will not talk as a man. If you see the people with inside that hall yesterday, tigers are lions. The people will destroy this country.
I bet tell them tigers and leopard and tigress, everything. I did that all.
People will scatter this country woto. Now the day inside that hall yesterday now. You don't see them. You don't see them on the smile. People will put Tinubu for power single-handedly. Now they did there now. They say they don't want time again. You say me will pursue them. No. Me not get power when we want to remove Tinubu. I don't get that power. Let these people now they put them.
Pursue who?
Let them go remove them because now they put them there. So please, let's put our heads together to achieve this. As long as they allow Peter Obi to be the flag bearer, anybody they want to give her as a running mate, I don't mind.
Simple as ABC.
You know, and I know Peter Obi will do a lot in 2 years. In 1 year, say, you know, Peter Obi like competition, like me. Me, I like competition. Peter Obi go surprise all of them. First 100 days in power, Peter Obi. All Peter Obi with me know. Peter Obi like competition. I don't say for anybody. And me like competition too. First 100 days in power, Peter Obi go surprise everybody.
That electoral law, he go dismantle them. That one I want normal.
I bet make we join here together. I know since some of my wonderful people here You are not happy. Your guy, Mr. Jonathan, is not happy with these people because of the pain that they have bestowed in us. Madarita, you are not happy. And there are many other people that might not be happy and all that. I want you guys to understand from this angle. If now let Peter Obi you want, how will Forte achieve them? We don't want to continue to be laboring in vain when it comes to this election matter. Notice all of us labored in vain last time. Tinubu, you come from one nowhere here and there. Mahmoud Yakubu, they all ring for our head. We'll not do anything. Anyway, we've come to the end of this broadcast. Tomorrow we'll continue again from where we stop. I appreciate every one of you. Nobody's perfect here. We're just begging to join head together to make this country work. That's what we're doing here. Press on the like before you go. Help us to share. For those of you that are going to be playing back this video later on, don't hesitate to press on the like and also share our videos. And God bless you, my people. Take care. Good night.
This is what we are living in this world, all of us today in motion. Everybody there in motion. Moving to our various stations. As we there in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, every walk gets paid. Every walk gets paid. Whether not good or good, nobody walk good. Every walk gets paid. Whether not good or good, nobody walk good. I make a dey fear my God. Whether not good or good, nobody walk good. I make a dey fear my maker. Whether not good or good, nobody walk good. Whoever will come and go on song, organize. My God, I make a fear my maker. All of us today in motion. Everybody today in motion. Moving to our various stations. As we there in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, everyone get paid, brother. Everyone get paid. We're gonna go to work. Everyone get paid. Everyone get paid. We're gonna go to work. Urie. Anita Papota Urie. Kanya Papoturi. Kanya Papoturi. Anita Buchona. And when I go down the one day, the men they come out. My head with the one day, the men they come out. I need to pop out of you. What do you think about you? I need to pop out of you. Can you pop out of it? Can you pop out of it? I need to put your door. Yeah. You might go down to one day. The men they come out. You might go down to one day. The men they come out. One. Ema hende buto suara dogodo. Ema hende buto adigilotu. Wanye biarije. Anita Papota Rio. Le Papota Rio. Kanya Papoturi. Anita Mrangonya ni wani. Debele kalao. Emrangonya ni wani. Debele kalaya. Emele kalaya. Emrangonya ni wani. Emele kalaya. Emele kalaya.